We're live! Hello, everyone.
So, Kappa, um,
that
Pardon
mean?
you?
No. We just met Kappas, remember?
I know,
We
but
did
still.
just meet Kappas.
so you guys had finished up your stay at the carnival and headed out, to seek a new land, to where you were introduced to a path that was shrouded in a forest of conifers and mist. Upon arriving, some of you felt a directing, calming wind to where it pushed you towards a path until it split off and stopped. You guys traveled in one direction upon finding what appeared to be a smaller sort of village and small lake, and lightning began to strike, to which it illuminated a large, enormous looming figure in the dark. Upon realizing that this thing was very dangerous, you all decided to run out of there before anything could get worse. And eventually made your way, though exhausted, down the other path to where you encountered some little creatures that were identified by some of you as Kappa. Some of them seemingly kind of communicating with you in a certain way, but not really having any exact way. But we left off with you guys heading over towards the larger group of Kappas that have gathered
That's Cap.
in the sort of like riverbank area. So as you all are sort of following these other two that are making their way over, you guys notice that the mist is staying pretty consistent here. It's like about at a 40 foot sphere around you guys of visibility. To eventually you guys find your ways to like a bank where you can hear more of the sort of like talking and various noises that are coming from the Kappas. But at this you can kind of see a few of them hanging out in this, but to get closer you'd have to enter into like the riverbed. So, what'd you like to do?
Did the other Kappa see us? Like the other ones hanging out and doing their own thing?
They haven't noticed you yet.
Okay. What about the Kappa that greeted us at the road? Do they seem to want us to follow them, or are they
No, they're ignoring you guys.
Okay.
Seemingly they were a little annoyed at the previous encounter with you guys, as one of them hit a invisible party member.
Oh.
I don't see a problem with
I guess I want to turn to the group and say, should we get any closer?
It's best to keep our distance for now.
We don't really know what they're about.
All
At
right.
least I don't.
They don't seem harmful, but I guess, that's not a perfect indication or anything.
Yeah, I really have no idea what they are, so, they might seem harmless, but...
Those things are actually Kappa. I've read stories about them, or at least I've had stories read about them to me.
So, are they harmless? What's going on with them?
Different folklore say different things. To my knowledge, if you are, as long as you're careful, shouldn't be a problem, but I mean, stories can always be wrong.
Is there any like overlapping theme of all the stories? Is there any similarities? Because you should probably know at least something before interacting with it.
Zach, would I know any similarities?
I think last time I just told you that they tend to be some mischievous little guys. Though in large groups they can be dangerous. That they enjoy different games. Like sumo wrestling is one of their favorites. So is shogi. They're quite mischievous, like I said, but they can be dangerous if they have a reason to be.
Yes. So they won't hurt you unless you intend to hurt them. Additionally,
Okay, makes sense.
if you want to earn their respect, I'd say you could probably try to wrestle them if you wanted. They like to wrestle.
Kronos is gonna look to the rest of them like, I don't really seem to be quite cut out for wrestling myself, but if any of you want to go into the metaphorical ring, you can.
I probably won't myself.
Oh, they also like a good game of shogi, if any of you know how to play.
I unfortunately do not.
What's
What is
shogi?
It's like dragon chess, but a little more abstract and equal levels of strategy.
What does it have? Do you have a board on you?
I mean, they might. I don't have a board.
Can we say can we say that do you think you could maybe possibly explain the rules to me?
Yes, of course. I explained the rules of shogi.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you kind of through the explanation. Okay. Mariah. How about this? Roll me an intelligence check
No, don't do this to me.
to see
Don't
how
do this
good
to
you
me.
can explain it.
Roll a shogi check.
Explain it to Kronos.
Okay.
That's also listening, by the way.
Fine.
I'm curious to see how good you can do it.
Don't be afraid of your dice, Quincy.
Not 20,
They know.
please. Not 20, please.
I'm scared of my dice, bro.
No, they'll know.
Nice
You'll
for sure.
roll bad.
Advantage, Zach? Question mark?
Since you know about it, I'm giving you just this check to explain it in general.
Okay. So you would have given me disadvantage instead?
Yeah, if you've just heard about it, but you've actually probably played it once or twice.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, come on.
Come on, big roll, big roll.
Big money Miami.
No!
We told you the dice can smell fear.
They can.
Lucky. Do I need to? No, I should probably save it.
No, we
Yeah.
almost just died last session. You don't need luck points. Use it.
So like, there's pawns and Zach, I got a 7.
A 7. Okay, so you can explain that there are all these pieces.
You want to checkmate the king, and you I don't remember which pieces, but most of them can only move to an adjacent square.
Zach, I've heard of chess, right?
Yeah, you've heard of chess.
So it's not too different
but
than
it's
chess,
also
right?
kind of like checkers because pieces get promoted.
Yeah, so
Much like a pawn would turn into a queen.
Yes.
Okay.
So Kronos, for you, chess wasn't like a very big thing, because you guys, you guys actually had your own sort of activity that you guys did, and where you're from, you guys mainly had BattleBots, basically competitions
I see.
of where you guys would
Yo,
create your own.
BattleBots!
You guys would create your own sort of like contraptions to fight each other, and it was usually fully autonomous, but sometimes they would have ones where people would control them. It just kind of depended.
Just the plot of the movie Real Steel.
Real Steel was a cool movie.
But you're familiar with chess.
In years.
So is there? Are you confident in your shogi skills, Mirai? So we could get something useful out of these creatures.
I would like to say that I am, but unfortunately, the last time I played shogi was when I was like a young teenager. It's been a while.
I'll kind of lean in with more whispering tone. These creatures in any way particularly clever?
Yeah, they can be, although they can also be distracted.
Okay.
Think like a really smart bird or something.
Gotcha. Is there anything that we could get out of them? Information or...
They don't really talk, to my knowledge. I've never heard of them speaking to anyone.
Okay.
Unless they're like a god of the Kappa.
These things have a god?
Zach, they have a god, right?
You assume that most yokai have something that they are involved with, though you're not sure what the god is, or if it's a god, or what kind of thing it exactly is.
I mean,
most of them have some sort of higher being, if that makes sense.
It would be equivalent to just a very powerful spirit. These creatures are spirits taken flesh, released from. I don't know. Zach, would I know where they come from?
You know that yokai exist, yeah, and that they usually come from a realm that is not of this plane. You're not sure the name of it, but you know that they are from, somewhere else.
They come from a specific plane on their own.
Ah, kindred spirits.
Indeed.
Alright, so, well...
They love cucumbers, also.
They like cucumbers. Zach, do I know what a cucumber is?
Yes.
Mirai is holding one.
That is,
I'm holding half a
specific
cucumber.
and interesting quirk of them. Think they'll just let us go, or do we need to do anything, or...
Let me walk in front, if we want to walk past them.
Go ahead.
And if need be, we can try to make a break for it. I don't think they're particularly fast on land.
Gotcha.
So are you guys going to where they're all kind of gathered? Because basically it's like there's this large wooden bridge that was in front of you crossing the river. Down in the river valley, kind of where the river's like flowing, it's not super fast, rapid. It's gently flowing. That's where all of them are basically gathered around there.
And wait, did you say there was a bridge?
Yes, there's a bridge crossing. It's like a nice wooden bridge that's seen some disrepair over the past however many years.
Okay. And they're next to the bridge.
Yeah, so basically they're down in the riverbank.
Ah, okay, yeah, I can picture it. I don't suppose there's any way we can make more cucumbers appear? I guess it would be an illusion. We don't want to trick them. They'd get mad. Do I know anything else about the Kappa? About like what they like? What can
based on your
them?
checks last time? That's all you get.
All right, cool.
Do you have any more cucumbers on you at all?
They chucked this one at me.
Think I could get a few of the seeds?
Yeah, absolutely. I pull out the seeds. What are you gonna do? I think I know. Let's see if it works.
Zach, I'm gonna chuck them into an alternate timeline. Let's see what happens.
Okay. You're chucking the seeds of them into. Okay. Um.
I feel like this is a very clever solution.
Yeah. So you go ahead and pull it out.
Get watermelons.
You go ahead and pull it back out, and you get a jar.
I get a jar.
There's
Wait,
stuff
is
in
it
your jar.
pickles? Yo, it's pickles.
There's something in it?
Yeah.
Do I know what's in it? Do I know the process of pickling something?
You go ahead and open up the jar, and you go ahead and smell it, and it's very acrid. And there's green, like cucumber-like things floating in it.
Oh,
That's foul.
what is this? It looks like you're like fermenting something.
It looks like a cucumber. I will, against my better judgment, take a bite out of one of them.
Okay, you go ahead and take a bite out of them. It's not bad. Unfortunately, or fortunately, they're bread and butter pickles.
Out of character, I don't know what that means.
They're vile.
They're not like sour. They're kind of like a savory-ish kind of flavor. It's kind of hard to describe. Let me see. I know I do not
Can we
like.
just ship Lyndon some? No.
I'll look to Morano and say like,
What?
I can't say I hate it, but it's
Can I try it?
definitely- Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
I pop it in my mouth.
It's a bread and butter pickle. I don't know if Mariah would like bread and butter pickles.
I think like Dart would. Does Dart pickle things? Do they ferment things?
They
don't
like a
know.
lot of their stuff to be fresh because they
Yeah.
can and have it fresh. So there's
Yeah.
really no need.
But
to
I'd
hand
imagine
them
in a place where most people are like gonna eat like vegetarians, they'd experiment within cooking wise and culinary wise. So
Like with preserving things?
yeah, exactly.
It's possible that they have.
But I only
Out of
eat-
out of everything you might have
fresh
had,
stuff.
you might have had something similar of a fermented, which was a cabbage that was fermented.
Ah. Oh, love kimchi. It's pretty good. I don't hate it.
Yeah, that's exactly
Wonder
what
how
I'm
the
feeling.
Kappa would feel about it, though.
That's my only concern, because if they don't like it, I really don't want to get into a altercation.
Let's make it a last resort kind of tool.
Sounds good.
There's what the thing with bread and butter pickles taste sweet and mild with a slight tangy flavor.
They might like it then. I know cucumbers are generally tasteless, but I fucking love cucumbers, so.
They're yummy.
So you guys are heading towards the Kappas. I'm not going over the bridge.
I'm not gonna make eye contact unless they make eye contact, and then I'm
I'm not-
going to do a polite little bow. Keep walking.
I will do as Mirai does, because I know nothing about this culture.
Yeah, probably gonna.
I will also
Make
be right back
my-
after use the bathroom.
So we're going over the bridge.
You can choose to go over the bridge or go down in the riverbank. It's up to you. The Kappas are down in the riverbank.
I feel like to avoid any altercations, we should not be going down into the riverbank.
I agree.
That sounds about right. Yeah, let's go over the bridge then.
Okay.
Bridge troll.
So is everyone going over the bridge? Just checking. Okay.
Does Anaka know anything about all of this?
I-
Or?
Lilith?
No, I was gonna say, I thought for some reason I have this thing in my head that Kappa are possessive of the bridges they live near.
No.
Okay. I guess that's just a weird thing that I attributed to them for some reason.
So you guys go ahead and pass through the bridge. You can kind of see them on the outskirts of the mist. Though you don't see that many of them. Like, Anako managed to see more than that. There mentioned that there was about 20 of them or so. But yeah, so you guys kind of see a couple of them on the edges, just, making their talking to each other, having what you can assume to be quite the time. but managed to pass across the bridge with no problems, and you can continue walking.
Yo! So they're kind of speaking in their own language. We didn't understand them.
Yeah, none of you
Okay.
really understood what they were saying.
Just kind of squawking.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Hey, what if you left that job for them and we left? Just like, maybe if they like it, they'll see favor in us in the future. Or I guess it could work the other way around. I don't know. It's up to you.
You are speaking to Lyndon. He is not here.
Yeah, I just realized that. Alright. I will wait.
So around this time-ish is when you guys are realizing that it's going to be about 24 hours to pass.
Okay. We're on the other side of the bridge.
Yes.
Like, we
so-
realized that the castle's gonna be like 24 hours out?
Well, no, because if you remember correctly,
They're
it
gonna
took us a bunch
exhaust.
of time.
I'm back.
Yeah, it took us a bunch of time to get back to the fork in the road and then to this side, and so we need the long rest, or else we might get exhaustion.
We should long rest. We should probably set up camp, but maybe not super close to the campus, just in case they decide to pull a prank.
I was gonna say, would they be against taking some stuff of ours as well? Hopefully not maliciously.
I don't think thievery is out of their kind of realm of possibility. I don't know. Certainly, I think setting up a protective bubble would be good.
I would never do the alternate, and I'll begin casting Tiny Hut.
Okay. Alright, so you go ahead and begin casting, ritual casting Tiny Hut.
Yep.
How far away did you guys go
Um,
from the campus and the bridge?
would it have
A
been
decent ways
night?
away. I was wary about casting anything around them.
Yeah, I feel like I would have wanted to travel at least like an hour out from them.
An hour may be much. I was thinking more like 20 minutes, but what I guess it like depends on where, if we find a nice place or not, like a suitable spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I would say at the very least I wanted to be like out of eyesight of them. I didn't want them to be able to see us really.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys travel for about another hour-ish to get to that like 24-hour time limit. Before you guys begin to set up for camp and go ahead and ritually cast Tiny Hut. So yeah, Tiny Hut goes up. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to focus on my Magatama again.
Okay.
Laps doesn't have anything in particular. He's, of course, offering to do guard, though, once that comes.
Alrighty.
I can also take a watch.
I'll take a watch if needed.
Yeah, I don't have anything in particular I'd want to be doing. So
Okay.
probably just studying the cantrip stuff, I'd imagine.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and set up watch. Who's taking the first two watches? Or the first watch?
Laps will offer.
Okay. So Laps and Anako. Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Uh,
So where you guys are kind of at right now, it's not. It's kind of like that image that I put up there. that's on the Roll20 of sort of like a grassy-ish land, like a not too high grass, but it's kind of greenish. It's like the green is more of like a bluish tint to it now, due to the nighttime. That's sort of just growing everywhere. And it's a little hilly. It's not like it's super flat. There are like hills, ridges, occasional rock formations, but it doesn't seem like it's very flat, or there's nothing you can really see in your area within that 60 feet of that you guys have been able to see. Which I believe now it is 40, is what I mentioned the last time. So
Yes, you did.
but yeah. So first two people who would like to take watch, go ahead and roll for me.
Alrighty. Laps is going to be doing it with.
Oh, a nat 20 for a 24.
Okay.
Laps is going to be listening, and he got a 14.
So much for that wasted roll of the entire night.
All right.
Hey.
You actually
You
don't
never
know.
know.
There's a fucking awful thing somewhere.
There's also a bunch of gremlins around.
This is true.
Yeah.
There could be something pretty bad.
Yeah, I think this is a good one.
Yeah, Laps doesn't have anything in particular he wants to say. Like, once again, just a lot of thinking coming from him,
Okay.
but not much else.
You guys are keeping watch out, looking into like the mist and the darkness, and it's just like you hear the occasional wind blows. Off in the distance, you might hear a loud sort of screech, not like scream or shriek. It's more of like probably a kappa that is getting a little angry or something like that. But
And
you
lost.
guys just sort of notice, like the mist is kind of constantly moving, but not like it's alive.
Okay. Just
Um,
like a gentle breeze is constantly
yeah, like
moving it a little.
it just seems like it shifts and changes for some reason, but it's not because of the wind, it's not because it's alive. There's probably some reason to it.
Okay.
But other than that, it's a quiet night. You guys are sitting there, and you do notice that occasionally you'll see this little bright sort of yellowish light that sort of flickers in the mist. And you guys notice as like a couple of them, as they kind of come into you guys' sights, and notice that there are lightning bugs that are sort of lighting up kind of around you guys. But eventually,
I not believe your eyes.
your rest comes to an end. Your watch comes to an end. If you would like to wake up the next two people, you can do so.
Okay. Like I said, I don't think Laps has anything in particular he wants to do. So he'll go and wake up the next people. Who's the second watch? Have we decided?
I think
You guys have not decided, I don't think.
Kronos and Mirai said they would do watches, but I might be putting words in their mouths, and I don't want
Yeah.
No, Kronos did. Okay.
Yeah, I said
I,
I'd take a watch if needed.
Sweet,
Yeah, I'll take-
my memory didn't fail me for once. Let's go.
Good job,
I'll take-
Patrick.
Yeah, I'll take a watch
Already.
with Kronos.
All right, sounds good.
All right, you guys are awoken to take.
Wait, hold
second
on.
watch.
You're human. I don't have dark vision.
Yep.
Is that gonna be a problem?
That's
Uh.
upsetting that we realized this after we woke you up for watch.
Too bad.
It's all right. We'll figure it out. It'll probably be okay, right?
You guys are fine.
Yeah.
There's no
Um,
way this will be a problem.
No way.
All right. So during watch, I'll probably eventually look through my and say hey, what was the name of that game that you were talking about earlier?
Oh, Shogi.
You wouldn't by chance happen to have a board of it, would you?
Zach, I don't.
No, you guys got nothing from your previous homes except for Sage, who smuggled in a ring,
Um,
and Erlen, who smuggled in a stopwatch.
Oh,
Bunch of cheaters.
Sage smuggled in my pocket. Okay, watch for me.
Yeah.
You know, we should have one of the magic casters. So it seems you've been able to cast some magic. We should have them make us some pieces,
That'd be nice, but
and I can try to teach you with what little I remember.
like a plan. Fortunately, the only magic that I've been able to hold on to pertains to specifically only, at least it seems, only time altering magic. Any pyromancy, cryomancy, anything to do with illusions, all of that's gone for some reason.
It is strange how your magical prowess just kind of left you. Do you know why?
Considering this isn't my timeline, perhaps the chronos of your world went down a different path, one that only pertains to Dunamancy, I guess. I could be wrong.
Well, one of our old party members mentioned a Kronos, and Zach, he talked about him like he was a god, right? He said he was a god.
I was gonna say, not like, he told us, point blank.
Yeah. He referred to Kronos as a god of time.
Zach, I still don't know that I'm a god, right?
No.
A god, huh? Looks like I got my shit together a lot more in this timeline than my last. I still don't know how I descend to godhood, though. That just seems out of the realm of possibility. But then again, maybe this Kronos had a different start to his journey.
Maybe his name was spelled with a C, and you two are different.
Ah, that could be it.
I don't know. It's interesting to me how a name brought up so long ago has come to join our party.
Could be a coincidence. It could just be two different people named Kronos. What did you say he was the god of again?
Tom,
Oh,
like straight in the eyes, like, huh.
With that note, I don't think it's coincidence then. He's still alive?
That's a great question. He had talked to our old party member. So whether he did that in a spiritual form, I mean, I guess in a way that meant he was alive. He might still be. Or maybe since you're here, something's changed.
Perhaps I should get into contact with this old party member of yours.
I'd be careful. He got corrupted and isn't the same.
Maybe I could help him.
That would be nice. I'm sure we would all really appreciate it.
And I'm going to be completely honest, in a slight vain regard, I do want to know about myself from this timeline. It seems that he would know.
Oh, of course. I mean, who wouldn't want to know about a doppelganger of theirs who is a god?
Yeah, like he's really got his shit together.
That's a safe bet.
This Erlen person, he didn't mention anyone by the name of Mechanus, did he? Not Mechanus, Zach, I'm blanking, please help me.
Primus?
Primus.
Primus?
Yeah, he didn't mention anyone by the name of Primus, did he?
She thinks about it. I don't think so. The name doesn't sound familiar.
Darius.
Zach, we haven't heard that name before, right?
Only from Kronos.
Say
Yeah.
only Kronos.
Yeah. Only from you have I heard about it.
It seems that, and I'll look over to the, it seems that the, little hunger demon seems to have known him. I'll have to look into that closer.
By the way, Landon, you should probably move your mic a little closer to your mouth.
My apologies. Is that better?
You're good. Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, it looks like I'll have to, maybe talk to the old hunger demon about that, since he seems to know more about, Mechanus at this time.
I think that's a wise idea. I don't have as much knowledge, admittedly, of the world than a ancient demon.
Oh, don't sweat it. I'm sure the old guy over there has spent most of his time eating rather than learning, anyways.
Sounds like the life, huh?
Zach, do you want the perception rules?
Yes.
Okay, well, for me, it's gonna be a. Give me a moment. Let's see what my plus is. 12.
Okay. Got a 12, and what did Mariah get?
For perception.
Yes.
I didn't roll it yet. Let me roll. 18.
18.
Nice.
Yo.
Yo! That's hot.
Yeah,
That's
you guys
hot.
are keeping out a watch out into this dark, sort of similar atmosphere as the others had, and it goes by pretty quickly and uneventful for you guys.
Okay.
I keep trying to explain shogi, but I keep being like, wait, no.
I'd imagine we'd take
like
sticks
backing
and
up.
draw in the mud as we try to figure out
Oh,
the
yeah.
rules.
For sure. I'm trying so desperately to recall how to play it, and I'm like, I think Mother said it. Wait,
We really
No.
need to get a board.
hold on. Yes, that would make things easier. And I bet that we just kind of do that for a bit, and Mariah's ears, as she's explaining, are just constantly swiveling to keep an eye out or an ear out.
Alrighty. But comes time to wake everyone else back up, and you guys get up for the morning and getting ready to head back out on your journey.
Alright. That's a long rest button.
Yes,
Yay.
you all get your long rest.
Oh boy, 50 hit points back, baby.
Yikes. As we awake, there isn't any change in the mist or anything, is there?
No, it stayed about at the same 40.
If we listen for a bit, do we still hear the kappa?
You don't hear it, not from this distance. You hear once, but it's very faint in distance.
Okay, I was just making sure that we could hear the noise in general.
Yeah.
Because I know you said throughout the night there was the occasional little louder noise, and I wanted to make sure that was still happening.
Yeah.
Well then. Are you ready to get a move on once again?
I'd say so.
Yes. Let's make haste. Good morning, everyone. I'm honestly very pleased that we didn't have a negative encounter with the Kappa.
Yeah, I'll say they look very interesting.
They are truly noble beasts.
Well, shall we?
We shall. I pack up camp. Let's
All right.
go.
You guys get everything ready, packed up, and continue on your way.
I think Lilith will lay down an echo and activate the right on her trident at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
And then hand on Emma's coat.
All right. You guys continue walking. About 2-ish hours pass, 2-ish, 3-ish hours before you guys pass over another bridge. Similar to the last one, but you guys don't notice any Kappa at this one or hear any. But the scene's sort of staying about the same that you guys have experienced in the past. Similar, like this. You guys sometimes are climbing up a little bit of an incline, but then going back down and winding around. It's not like a simple straight walk at all. But you continue on the path, and this path, you could tell based on this at one point it was a nice, well-kept path, but you can tell that over time that it's sort of been decaying from lack of usage as like the grasses and various things are sort of growing over into it, breaking up the nice packed earth that's been created. But you guys continue on forward, and after you guys pass the second bridge, you begin to notice that the mist has been getting closer to you guys. At this point, it's about at, I'd say, 20-ish, maybe 30, 25 feet out from you guys at the moment of visibility.
Okay. Does anyone sense that presence returning, or do we think it's just, mist doing its thing?
We don't hear that the thresh that we heard.
You do not hear the bird anymore, no.
Do I smell blood or ozone?
No.
I do not believe so. I think it's more just the fact that we're getting nearby something, possibly. It's also early in the morning. But
has Laps been sensing like anything arcane around him while we've been walking? Just wondering.
Arcane? No. There's been no feeling of arcane. Nothing of magical means. Do you mean more of like the magical arcane creation, or more of like a divinity magic?
I probably meant to say divinity. I'm sorry.
More of like a divine energy rather than
Yeah.
Okay. There's not really a divine sort of energy, though. You get a feeling that these mists, they're not magical exactly, which is,
Okay.
It's not magic, but it is maybe. You're not sure what exactly it is.
All right. But so I get a feeling it's not normal mist at the very least. But
No,
it has
no.
some sort
It's
of
not. It's not like abnormal of like the ones that you've encountered in the past, the fog, and that it was actual creatures. But it is still not that of like typical like morning fog.
Okay. That's all for me.
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Do you also have Spectrum?
Huh?
No.
I thought you said you were also back.
No, I said okay. But do you guys continue? Do you continue walking forward, following the path?
I would say so, yeah.
Have we seen any signs like the ones that we saw in the beginning?
No, there hasn't been any more signs since your encounter with the first couple.
Okay. Has there been any indication that we've been on the right track? Other than, or do we just have to? Or we just?
I mean, you saw that one sign that one said to a village, the other said a castle and a temple. It appears that you guys ran into a village, so.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't think Labs has any reservations continuing down this path. So he's probably not gonna bring anything up.
Okay. You guys continue walking forward. And you guys kind of walk for a few more hours. And eventually you guys notice that the mist has become almost that of where you only have 5 feet visibility.
That's concerning.
Everyone. Oh, hello, Mandy.
Monday.
Shrimp. I think we should stop for now. The visibility is getting alarming. Yeah, Monday.
The script on Emma's coat is gonna tighten. She's just gonna close her eyes and see if she can perceive anything outside of vision, like with smell or hearing. She's gonna just stop relying on sight entirely for perceiving the world.
I'm going to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. Go ahead and begin ritual casting detect magic. That's a 10-foot radius, if I'm correct.
Detect magic is a 30-foot radius.
30 foot, okay.
Yo.
You go ahead and do so. And you don't get any pickups other than some of the things that you guys have on your peoples. You guys halted for time right now.
Yeah.
You guys have been traveling, looking at your pocket watches. It's probably been around 6-ish hours, 7, 8 maybe. I'd say more around the 9 hours.
I like how you started at 6, and then you were
Yeah,
like 7 or 8.
I suck at geography, so it's like.
That's all right. It's tricky. Monday. Do you guys hear him?
Yeah.
Give the man what he wants. Give him
I was gonna
food.
say, I mean, we hear
I
him.
don't know.
It sounds like
I
a
don't
cat.
know what he wants. Does he want me to clean his litter box? I have no idea.
What a bastard, man.
He is nasty. He's nasty, bro.
Oh, fucking bastard, man.
He really is.
Do not get upset with Monday. He is a bastard, but he is a good one.
He's a funny
Oh,
man,
of course.
alright.
Yeah, he's a funny man. He's got comedy. He's got the jokes, but he's also a bastard.
He's like at Thanksgiving when your uncle comes in and he says a questionable joke that you don't know if you should laugh at. That's Mundy in human form.
I hate that.
Oh yeah, he 100% gives unsolicited feedback about things,
Marital advice.
opinions about things that no one asked for. Right,
But everyone
Wendy?
has to know now because he wants to be heard.
Yeah. Little bastard
So are
boy.
you guys just kind of standing here on the road?
I'm trying to think.
Maybe we should all kind of investigate our surroundings, like maybe tracks. Maybe there's tracks around that could indicate if there's something following us.
Possibly. Also might be
Or magic.
There's no magic around us in the immediate vicinity, but it might be smart for us to just walk with a hand on each other's shoulders and make sure we don't get lost.
That is wise.
To get done if we stand here.
Yes.
So I would say, like, we begin to walk in a line with, like, the person behind has, like, their hand on the shoulder of the other. Of, like, the person in front of them.
Okay. So if you guys want to drag your tokens out on this thing in front of you, to just sort of give me a walking line, kind of, if that makes sense.
I'm here now. Do we want to do it here? Yeah, let's do it this way. Boom.
Wonderful. I'm so happy I know which way is front now.
That's forward. Well, to be fair, it could have also been like this.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Is Bundy?
I think,
Token?
Oh, we also
Oh yeah,
have
we need one for Sage. I think Sage would probably be up towards the
having a
front with me.
I'm having a stroke again. How do I do it? Do I just drag the name on? It's the name. Okay.
Yeah, you grab the name, not the.
I forgot that I have to do lapse second because. Sorry, I always open up the thing and then I try to drag that. Why did it work? That. What? My brain is so fried right now.
Bye.
Curving.
I didn't mean to curve. I was just trying to do this. Yeah, sorry. Right now, like my brain is on doo-doo water. It is not doing well.
Doo-doo wire. Yeah, I feel that, bro. Don't worry.
I'm trying.
I too feel the pain
Actually,
of the doo-doo wire brain.
Laps is gonna ask if he could be the one in back of the line. To Anako.
What?
Laps is gonna ask Anako if he could be the one in the back of the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. We don't have a sage token.
Yeah, we need a sage.
I got you.
And also, are we all going to be connected? Like,
Yeah, that is the point of this.
Okay.
I think Mirai would tie a rope to her back and say, just hold on to this, just because it's kind of hard for me to hold hands in the front, and then just let go if you need to.
Okay, so you guys are sort of holding hands, or staying close to each other, moving through. Are you following along the path?
Yeah, I'd be trying to stay on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So You guys through sort of this mist as you guys are sort of walking together. Sort of hear this noise.
Someone's wheeling down. Someone's on those little push scooters from gym class.
Isn't it like wooden chimes? Is that what it is?
You're not sure.
Bundy.
Right.
Wow.
He's booing, bro.
Yeah, I am so sorry. He is making some nasty noises, unsolicited.
Kind of rude, to be honest. What
Yeah,
a guy.
Tori is still not home, so that's why he's screaming. But can I? Does this noise sound familiar to me at all from my past?
If you guys want to go ahead and roll me a straight intelligence check for me, you guys can. I'm gonna
All
go
of
ahead
us?
and
All of us?
stop it. Yes.
Oh, you know I love intelligence checks.
That's gonna be a 21 from me.
Okay.
Alrighty. here
That's gonna
comes-
be a 4
143.
roll.
Yeah.
That's a yummy 8.
It's gonna be
Whoa,
a
baby.
4 ruled for a total of 9.
7.
15.
You rolled a save.
Wait, hold on. Did we get a
They're the
7, an
same.
8, and a 9?
Same amount. I don't have proficiency with it, so it doesn't matter.
Gotcha. Sorry, I forgot that. If I roll save, I get bigger plus because charisma.
Is it an intelligence save or check? Because there's
It's
Check.
a check, but
Okay.
I just couldn't find the. I mean, it doesn't matter because I have a +1 to both.
Yeah, well, I was just curious because I have a +7 versus a +5.
Christ.
Blood Hunters, it's one of our core abilities.
Sorry, I'm just getting this things back up.
Also, just upon hearing noise, Lilith will open her eyes. She needs her eyes to fight.
So the highest I got was a 23? Is that what I heard? From Kronos?
21.
21. Kronos, you don't know what it is, but you're like rattling, something striking against it.
It's rattling. It's something striking against something else.
It's like it's like rattling,
Alright.
clacking.
Hear clacking noise. Sounds like something striking something over and over.
Like a forge?
Kind of, but
Not like a
Smaller?
forge.
smaller on scale, right? It would be like. Does it sound like two small objects being hit against each other?
No, like multiple objects.
A lot of clattering. Does it sound familiar to you at all? And I'll look to Mariah.
Wait, did the music stop or?
I just turned on different music rather than the sound effect. Oh, is she broken? She's muted.
Who?
Quincy.
Damn.
Zach, did you see that announcement?
Yeah.
Holy
Whack.
shit.
What
I
announcement?
literally, like, he was on the exec board. Somebody just got absolutely fucking axed from a server for sexual misconduct allegations.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And they were
Also-
on the exec board. They, like, hosted Overwatch events. Like, I literally just talked to them yesterday.
Ooh.
Kind of weird.
What the question is, does it surprise you?
Yeah, kinda.
Damn.
I mean, like, hindsight is a bitch, but, like, I wouldn't have thought that, like, he would have been my first guess, you know?
Jesus.
That's
Gamers.
Well, there are
I just wanna
allegations,
say-
right? Is he getting axed over allegations, and it's not a confirmation yet?
There's a lot of allegations.
oh
Okay.
It's a
no.
lot of people. Everybody's coming
Okay.
forward now that it's been announced.
That
it's
makes sense.
It's like in the 20s right now. So
Okay.
Okay.
If it was like
What?
2 people, I'd be like, all right, I'd at least wait until
Well,
like things
it's
come
not
to
even-
light. But if it's
it didn't
20,
even-
there's a fucking there's a clear cut answer
you
here.
want to know the worst part? Nobody from our school came forward until the Ohio Smash Melee people banned him for it.
What
'cause nobody
fucking guy is
knew.
doing this? What kind of goon? Not even
Damn
goon. That's
Smash player.
that's
Player.
offensive to goons. What kind of fucking degenerate Smash players? Is he?
Guys, it's not-
Wait. Was it melee? Was he melee? Was it Smash melee?
I think so. Let me look at the.
I
let me
know
look at the
it. I know
announcement.
it. Fucking Smash melee players are the
It's
fucking
in,
worst,
in
man.
Ohio Smash TO. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Great
Get in the
offer.
comments, Smash Melee players.
Smash melee players be like, no, I don't really believe in showers. It really makes it so I can't put in my inputs good enough. The grease in my fingers help with the grip on the controller.
I'm sorry for derailing your session. I'm a little shook, Zach. I just needed a moment.
But yeah, you guys kind of hear this sound.
I don't think I like
Do I
that, Zach.
do?
Sounds like bones.
Do I have any inkling where this is coming from?
It's kind of omnipresent.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if it's like, not an Arcana, well, like an insight check to see if it's some kind of check to see if it's like just an illusion?
You're really fishing for these insight checks, aren't you?
I don't want to talk about it.
What are you trying to do? And I will determine
See-
what role it is.
Yeah, see through a deception. Determine if this is a deception or not. Determine if it is some
You're
sort
fishing.
of illusion or fake. I'm not saying checks. I'm just saying things, and there's words in front of me. Is it fake or not?
It's definitely real.
What?
It's not like it's coming from like inside your head, like someone's telepathically doing it. It's
Oh, but,
kind
like-
of just all around you, if that makes sense.
But it could be like a prestidigitation effect.
Yeah,
I think
somebody
is
could
what-
be
what
casting
Inako's
that.
trying to figure out. Like, is this
Yeah. You're not feeling like it's a magical effect, if that makes sense.
So, like, the sound itself is real, but I don't know if it's played up or, like, changed in any way.
Correct.
Okay.
Zach, can I ready an action just in case anything tries to leap at us from the mist?
Sure, what do you want to do?
I would like to get my my sword at the ready and strike
Okay.
with my blade if something tries to hurt us.
Okay.
All right, everyone. I think it would be better if we grouped up instead of a straight line. If we form a bit of a half circle, I think that's the wisest move for continuing.
Alright. I'm okay with that.
You guys continue on in this line, ready for anything to come out at you. And you begin to notice on the edges of your visions, because it's pretty tight now, that there's like human-made structures kind of at the edges of your vision. You can't tell what they might be, but they are like wooden-made things from this distance, as you guys are sort of in the middle of this road following it.
Did the sound come from that direction up ahead?
It's not really in a direction at the moment. It's kind of just coming from like omnipresence. So it's kind of around you guys. Like it's not a specific point, if that makes sense.
Okay. Do the human-made structures look like ruined?
From the edge of your vision, you can't really tell. It's like you're seeing just the edge of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What time of day is it?
Night.
Oh.
Like on your watch or like in general? Because it's always going to be dark.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay. We're all walking, right, guys? Not just kind of standing.
I'm at the back, so I'm just following the pace of the people ahead of me.
Okay.
I guess we're all just following your pace just because you're at the front of the line.
Yeah, I've never been a leader before. Oh my. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. Urge everyone into kind of that half circle that I was talking about, like a half crescent. I guess it would just be a crescent because crescent's kind of a half circle. Yeah, and then I want to take like 10 feet closer to the structure.
Okay. So it's not 10 feet away from you, but so like if you go 10 feet, you'll be running into it, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Because it's at the edge of your vision, which is a 10 feet circle around you.
Oh, okay. Wow, it's
So,
really
like-
it's that thick around the
like,
outside
here, well-
of the 10 feet?
Go ahead and put an aura 10 feet around all of you.
Alright. Gotcha. Alright, can everyone kind of make a half circle?
Alright.
Like here, here, there, there.
So we're changing up our formation to be a half circle.
I think we should.
I agree. I was thinking either a half circle or pairs of two, because like something like that.
Why is it on me? I thought it was on. Wait.
No, it's around all of you. Like it's singled on you, your vision is what you can see yourself. It's not just one person kind of centered around your group. It's basically a area around each individual person that can see that far, if that makes sense. Yeah. So if Sage was to walk over here, he can still see in a 10-foot around him.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't see them.
But you cannot see them, correct?
Wait, so am I the only one with this aura?
Everyone
I'm
has
just
their own
putting it.
personal aura.
I just putting it on you guys, but you guys can do it yourself.
Yeah, everyone can see their own aura, but I don't think we can
Yes.
see everyone else's aura.
Yes.
Also,
So
yo,
it's
what kind of
like-
half circle is this?
This is a sad half circle. Whoever
I'm in the right location. People
I
need
mean,
to
as long
fucking
as we're just
shape
like a
up.
small group, that doesn't.
I just think it's that left side that needs to more half circle it.
I'm just in the
Talking to
middle
you.
here. I'll half circle.
Imagine not having this fucking proper
like over
half circle
there.
shape formation.
Imagine.
Realize Lilith is attached basically to Emma's side right now. She's not moving from that spot.
I guess this is the best we're gonna get then.
All right, I'll take it. As we get a little closer, like 5 feet closer, what is this thing? Is it just still a stone corner?
Getting closer to it, it appears to be a house of some kind, or the sort of entryway, wooden sort of platform to walk into a house. These look
Okay.
kind of much nicer from what you can tell. from the other place that you have been. They seem to be made from better wood, probably have seen a little better upkeep in its time, though it's still a little degraded, but it still looks relatively nice.
Okay. I'm gonna crouch down and put my hand on the wall and start to kind of move my way around. Are we at the front door, like side, or are we on like the side of the house?
Hold on one second. I'm just getting you guys kind of an image of like what these are kind of looking like.
Swear to God, Zach, if you pull up a battle map, I'm gonna be pissed.
No.
They actually look like the battle pen.
It's kind of like this. Like much nicer than what you've seen before, in terms of.
Ooh. All right. But are we on the side of the house or the front?
It appears to be, as you get closer, that there is like a sliding wooden paneled door.
Okay. Everyone, do you think we should go in?
Does Laps hear anything coming from the building?
You only hear that sort of same rattling, clacking sound.
And that's omnipresent.
Yes.
If we do, we have to be careful.
Well, let's advance. We don't want to come across as hostile if they are harmless, but I think caution is probably better in this case. So I'm gonna crack open the sliding door, just enough for me to get just a glimpse of what's inside.
Go ahead and make me a perception check with disadvantage.
All right. Oh. I'm gonna lucky that one. Oh. Dice went off the table.
Nice go, Burr.
Ooh. 22 with lucky.
22. Looking in, you don't notice any body or anything really. It mainly looks like it's a house that was abandoned at some point. And it doesn't appear to be looted either. It's a pretty simple kind of house, with an area that leads to kind of like one of the fire pits in the center, with various sort of mats that are kind of placed around a small sitting table in the corner.
Okay. Do I smell anything that's off, or do I hear like any noises further in the house?
No, there's nothing really. It just seems like this place was abandoned at some point.
But it doesn't look like it was abandoned.
It just seems like there was probably people here at one point, but there's no food on the table. There's nothing that was like boiling or anything like that. Just looks like it was left in how it is.
Okay. I'm going to open the door to the house and walk in and gesture for everyone to follow me.
I'm going to follow.
Yeah, I guess we're following? Question mark.
Okay. You guys go ahead and step into the house. It's similar to, like I mentioned before, the nice paneling on the floor. Though you notice as you're stepping inside that the mist doesn't seem to permeate inside of buildings.
Okay.
Is there any kind of holy imagery within the building?
Looking around, you don't notice exactly, but you notice that there is just a small symbol of, or statuette, kind of sitting at one of the side tables of a well-dressed, kind of what you can tell from this like sort of nice wooden carving of a man.
Would any of us recognize this man?
Go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Got you. $15.
15. You do not recognize this individual
Okay.
based on this simple sort of carving.
Labs, do you feel any kind of like holy aura off of this carving?
You know, the Skinwalker took labs.
Oh no.
Oh. Sorry, I'm like trying to focus, but I'm kind of like hazing out right now. What'd I miss?
I was just asking Labs if he senses any kind of foul, unholy presence.
He's gonna take a second, kind of focus. I'm gonna use a Divine Sense charge.
How far does that reach?
60
Go ahead and
feet.
read the whole description for me just to make sure.
As an action, you can detect good and evil until your next turn, which would be 6 seconds. You can sense anything affected by the Hollow spell, or the known location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. This can be used 4 times for long rest.
No, there is no sort of good or bad sort of feeling.
So he's gonna shake his head. No, I don't sense anything as of now. That doesn't mean they can't be there.
Yes, of course. Thank you. And I guess I'm gonna kind of start to pick apart this house. Get it out.
Okay. Is there anything that you're looking for specifically?
No, just like answers, I guess. Like what's going on.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Got you.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I am just staying close to Mariah and hopefully the rest of the group.
18.
I'm
Is it-
trying to continue.
No, you're good. I was just gonna ask if anyone else was doing anything.
I just want to keep like a very sharp eye out on places that the party isn't already focusing their attention on.
Okay.
So just like making sure we can't get snuck up on.
Alrighty.
I would say my detect magic is gone, right?
Yeah, it's probably been
The last 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. I would say. Sorry if I missed this, but did you say if it looked like somebody had been here like recently, or is this looked like no one has been here for a very long time?
It looks like it's been abandoned.
Okay.
There's not the fire you notice hasn't been used in a long time. There's like a decent amount of dust that's sort of settled in the area. But other than that, it just seems like it was left how it kind of was. But
I think I will be assisting Mirai.
Okay.
Whatever Mirai is doing.
All right. You guys, Mariah and Emma, you guys are sort of tearing through this house. How respectfully are you looking through this house? Is my question.
I would be following Mirai's lead, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, Mariah.
Since I know that this is like the place that I was told to go safe, I'm trying to be as respectful as possible.
Okay. So you're picking through, looking around, and you're not really finding anything of note. You find some like inks and paper that would have been used to write letters and things like that. You find some simple plates, some chopsticks, bowls. You find various, things for people to live comfortably. But you don't really find anything of like value, really. It just seems like they kind of, if you get a feeling that they probably may have packed up what they wanted to take with them.
They're just gone. Alright. Mariah's gonna turn to the group and say, well, I think I'm going to check out the other houses. If this is any indication, the others will be empty as well. And she's gonna kind of peek her head out the door.
Mhm.
And if it seems safe, relatively safe.
Yeah, so looking around, it's still the mist is in that same radius, and looking around, it seems safe enough.
Okay. Gonna go and see if there's a house adjacent to it.
Yeah, so they're very much connected here, like a long row of connected housing. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And it appears to be another house. This one, very similar to the last one. But you notice that this one was probably used for possibly selling of goods at some point. Though most of the goods here are probably gone or rotten or something like that.
Okay. How
but-
rotten are we talking?
Like dust at this point. Like there's nothing there. It's highly possible that it's already something's gotten to it. Possibly rodents and things like that have eaten, or various scavengers and things like that have gotten to it.
Okay.
But if it was still here, it probably would have been rotten.
Alright, cool. Well, I'm gonna kind of turn to the group and say, I think this town is empty. But should we see if there's a castle attached to it?
I think that would be a good move.
Sure.
If there's not anything here, we have one more place to go.
That is true.
Unless
And-
you think it would be wiser to go back to the temple first. You did mention something about it being the safest place for people to be. We don't know if there's any sort of other creatures here that may cause us any sort of harm.
It's an astute observation. Yes. Yeah, it might be good to just come back here. I'm not necessarily getting the best feeling out of this place.
All right. We won't make it to the. It's late enough to where like we'll probably make it back to the bridge and then have to rest again, right, Zach?
Yes. To go back to that bridge that you guys crossed, yeah, it would be.
Okay.
How would you feel if we took a rest in one of these empty homes? Would you prefer to leave the town to rest?
sure. It's just when we were at that other village, then that creature was there. I'm partially concerned that it may be attracted to such locations. I'm not sure.
Your fear is justified. Well then, yes, what does everyone else think?
No, not all at once, please.
Man, everyone's real sleepy today. What's up? What's up?
I'm thinking, bro.
Lyndon, are you muted?
I'm not muted. I'm just
Okay.
thinking.
Okay, I'm just checking because you haven't said anything for a hot sec.
Yeah.
Um, go, Linda, go.
Man, this musician's popping off. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
dude, he really he's fucking tearing the shit out of that harpsichord, dude. Holy shit.
The sound of the Shaimon send echoing from up in the sewers. Sorry, we're going to Mibu Village.
Yeah.
I'm shitposting. Ignore me.
I didn't realize that's what you were quoting, and then you said it, and it all came rushing back.
Awful.
So where are you
Truly
guys
horrible.
resting? Here?
Yeah.
In the building?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say this would be a fine spot for now.
Well,
In that case, would we want to investigate a bit more until
yes. I think that's... Yeah.
we can play into our hunches? If there's no information we gathered, we can head back to the temple first, and if the temple has nothing, we know that the castle is the last location to go. Let's throw a couple more of these down.
Hold on, I need to turn down this music.
Why is it getting to you?
No, it's just that I can't hear Emma over it. Hello.
Oh,
Oh, Emma! Whoa!
I can't hear you over the sound of that spooky guitar.
so are you guys gonna check out the village a little bit more?
Oh.
Perhaps we could slowly scope some things out and make sure there are no traps around the adjacent areas without going too far.
Sounds
If
like
we
a
have
plan.
if we have this as a home base, then we can always come here and have the entire group in case there is a danger.
I would just be worried about going off alone. I would recommend somebody go with you.
I think it would be good to work in partners, one at a time perhaps. Rotating groups according to what all of your abilities would be best at.
Just gonna sort of gesture down to Lilith, still death gripping onto my my cloak. I believe my partner's already been picked, to be fair.
I'll look to Laps with a kind of like you know what I would be implying with my eyes.
I'm just saying right now, Mark is a player, doesn't know what you're
wow.
implying.
Oh, to be partners. What?
That was not how
What the fuck? You guys are so weird! You guys are so weird! What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're making eyes at the bunny boy?
Alright, that's it. I'm fucking done.
Well, I mean, we can't give Lyndon shit since the furry's the one that's making fun of him. So
This is very true.
I have a dog as my profile picture, not a furry. I just want to
Yeah, so I actually.
No,
What's the other half of that artwork, Haley?
Wait, do you want me to expose you?
No!
Here, no, I'm gonna do it anyways. It doesn't matter. I messaged Haley. Let me see what I said verbatim. I said verbatim. I was like, the fuck is it? Fucking hell. Oh my goodness. Oh my fucking god. I was like, I see. Choosing a dog instead of your character because you don't want to be called a furry, but I see through it. Furry.
No. Okay, so Kronos is making eyes at the bunny boy.
Shut!
Okay, no, Lyndon, what did you actually mean by that? Because I don't know what you were implying. Me as a person.
Oh my god.
He wants to gang up, bro.
I hate you. No, be like partners to watch through this fucking abandonment.
Yeah.
They were
Okay.
mentioning splitting off into groups of 2, and Kronos immediately looked at Laps.
Okay,
Mark,
that's
you
what I
good,
thought.
bro?
I'm really trying.
Kronos is being like, why don't you guys take the castle and me and Laps will take the bedroom?
Oh, fuck you!
Let's split up, gang.
I
Split
hate
up and look for
every
clues,
single
gang.
person in this fucking party.
What did I
I haven't
do?
done a single
What did
thing
I-
to you.
Lyndon, you're the
Fuck
one that's trying to make it a fucking party. Okay, I'm gonna go
Whoa.
to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could give you a high five, Mark.
I hate
Zach,
everything
gotta
that's
rein it
happening
in,
right
bud.
now. Okay.
This party's way too
I'm
horny
going
right
to-
now. I hate
I'm
it.
going to. No.
When are they not,
okay,
dog?
I'm trying to replay. I'm
Our
trying
party?
to do it. I'm re-railing. I'm back on the tracks. Okay, I'm going to kind of like bend down just a little bit. And I want to ask Lilith. Okay, Lilith. What would you rather do? Would you rather stay here and keep things good here, or would you rather go into a nearby building?
Gonna look up at Emma.
Oh, am I speaking for you now? Is this the first time this is happening?
I mean, I guess.
That's...
Out of character, where are we dropping, bud? She's like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I know. I would say for the most part I'm a little wary about exploring abandoned buildings, considering You know, let's stay here. I will be able to set up a sort of dome of protection in case anybody else gets in trouble, and they can always run back here if they need to.
Well, Yunako, our skills might not be entirely aligned, but we have a little bit more knowledge.
Just keep in mind that I partnered with Gale for years and years of my life.
Oh, that's perfect.
That
You
was a
can
mistake.
tell me all of the embarrassing stories.
Oh,
But you
I
know
shall
him.
be sure to.
Shall we do a perimeter check?
That sounds like a great idea. And Laps and Kronos, why don't you do the surrounding buildings?
Sure.
Sounds good.
I will cast Tiny Hut.
Woo!
Okay.
Tiny Hut Gang.
Yeah, Sage will go ahead and go in the tiny hut as well.
Tiny hut in a
Sage
house?
better
Tiny
stay
Hut
safe.
Gang. Tiny
I can't
Hut.
have my partner going absolutely batshit because Sage is doing something stupid.
So the two groups, how far are you guys going away from this house?
Can we have like a small map of sorts? Like it doesn't need to be too detailed, but just like a very I just want to be able to see the town's layout just a tiny bit to be able to see how big it is and where stuff is. Is that too much to ask?
Oh, good.
Okay.
Grid.
I'm
And
so glad I'm in the Tiny Hut Gang.
so,
White
and
grid.
Laps and Kronos were asked to do the surrounding buildings,
So
right?
this is the path, this right here. It's about 15 foot wide. This is not accurate to size. Banana to scale.
The
But so you guys are this is the first house kind of, and you guys came from the bottom direction down here.
Wait, so how many houses are there total in this, like, is it just one strip or are there multiple strips of, like...
What you can see that you've explored, it just seems to be going on into the 10-foot radius.
You're pulling that shit on me.
Not, it's just what you can see.
Yeah. What if I got up on a roof? What then?
It's still, it's a 10-foot radius.
It's mist.
Yeah,
It's
No.
fog.
our vision is obscured by physical shit in front of our faces.
Yeah,
This is why I hate
whatever.
this.
Okay, why don't you guys go right and we'll go left, and then we will slowly work our way out and eliminate all possibility of issues within the area. Start the call?
Sounds good.
Fine by me.
Okay. Mirai, usually how we do this is I will go in sneakily and you will follow up if anything's wrong.
I'm quite good at that. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm editing it. So, you guys said that you're going left?
Yeah, so we're just
Out of the
going
building.
to...
Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be back
we
where
will
you
just-
guys came from.
Yeah, and we'll just slowly work like the houses around the left side of it. So like we'll go across the street and then we'll go the other nearby house on that side. You know what I'm talking about? So I can like we'll go like behind it, streets behind it, etc., etc. We're just going around that area.
Mm-hmm. God, this is annoying. Stupid roll 20 mouse. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and say for the physics of it, this is where the house is. We'll start with the gals. You guys go ahead and exit left, back where you guys came from. And are you guys hugging a wall? That makes sense.
Yeah. So we're trying to not get too thrown around. Not
Mhm.
thrown around, but like, you know, we're trying
Turned
to
around.
still keep our yeah.
Okay. So you guys are hugging the left or right one? Just so I know. This one or this
I'm
one?
getting confused now. Hold on.
So we came from this way,
I
right?
feel like this is strangely in character considering none of us can see.
Yes, you guys came from that way based
Yes.
on your
so
directionality.
we're in this house, right?
Yes.
So we're going to explore this house first. Is there one there?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
A lot of these houses, as you're going through them, are very similar to the previous one. Some of them have a little bit of changes, like they were shops, possibly. Various houses, it's kind of like they were built close together for efficiency and stuff like that.
Cool. Do we find any personal effects in these houses?
What do you, like? There's really nothing of value unless you want like knickknacks and stuff like that. It really much seems like people probably pick up and left, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they didn't like leave anything that they didn't want.
In terms of things that are there, it's like, you know, things that clothes are all gone. Much of like jewelry and that might have been there. Important things they all took, if that makes sense. There's general house items, kitchenware, living utensils, but there's not like there's maybe the random instrument that's there. There's like a flute in one of the houses.
Can I take it?
Sure. It's a okay made wooden flute.
Sound disdainful, will you?
But you guys keep checking it out, and it's similar situations of that. Most of these house appears that people left, probably not rapidly, but ended up leaving and taking most of the things that they thought useful with them.
Do I find a shogi game?
Shogi, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Yo.
15? Yeah, you managed to find a kind of old like one. An older shogi board.
Yeah. I tie that thing up into my belongings, into my pack, and we're ready to be gamers now. Heck yeah. Let's I know what-
Go.
Yeah, I know what we're gonna be up to tonight.
But you guys
Friggin'
get
game.
about a few houses down. There's only like 2-ish down the row before it ends up becoming more of like, you notice it's like kind of like where you guys entered in. It's not, you guys kind of just entered the town. You get a feeling based on where you guys are located.
Okay,
and
cool.
for all of these, I'm attempting to be stealthy.
Okay, roll stealth
just
for me.
wanted to- Okay. 19.
19? Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys are
being
now kind of like
Quiet, but not like trying to
edge of
stealth.
this road. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Okay. And then once we run out of houses in like this direction, I wanna I think cross the street here.
More similar houses.
Okay, so nothing suspicious in them.
Nope,
Okay, so how many would you say? Would you say there's one
about
there?
the same. Are you guys
Okay.
continuing on? For how long are you going to be doing this?
For like a little bit. I want to just get like around the area, so I want to check out like this house and that house.
Mm-hmm. Let's say maybe we go for like an hour, or is that too long?
Yeah, so going through these houses will take you about an hour if you're doing a quick look around in them
Yeah.
and then heading out. Okay, yeah. You guys could do so. It takes about an hour, and you guys don't really find anything suspicious or anything like that.
Cool.
All right, the boys.
The boys.
The fucking boy.
Boys.
How are you guys going about
Yo.
this?
2 a.m. looking.
So what? We are at the Star House, correct?
Yes.
We were told to search surrounding buildings, but they're already searching the surrounding buildings.
It is quite
Yeah.
wacky.
That is what you were told.
We can do a perimeter sweep, like look outside the buildings.
I thought you were searching the buildings on the other side of the house. Like
I
we
thought that's
went.
what you guys just did.
Well, we went downward, and you guys went upward.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. I
so
see what you mean.
We'll switch up. We'll search upwards then.
You'll search upwards.
All right, so how thorough are you searching these buildings? Or if you're just kind
Pretty
of...
damn thorough.
You're turning the place over, okay.
Yes, I'm not really one to really care about.
Yeah, and
keeping
how
the
long...
place
yeah,
undisturbed.
how long y'all gonna do it for?
Laps would probably be trying to limit it to at most an hour. And he's not really searching. He's searching the buildings to see if there's people in it, but he's not really searching the personal effects of people.
Okay, are
Or,
you
like, the
staying
personal buildings.
along like one row? Or are you going like from one side to the next, to the next,
Pro-
to the next?
I would say probably one side or what is Kronos feeling? Because Laps is fine
Inside
with
from the
going.
next to the next to the next. That's what I'm feeling.
Got it. So, zigzag then.
Okay, you kind of go do that. You get through about 4-ish houses in an hour, turning them over. You're finding very similar, like, not very useful things that you could take with. You could take, like, there's, like, kitchenware. There's, like I mentioned, just things for general household to have. There's
And is it-
nothing that is, like, of value that you're really finding.
Is it like the same type of like the feeling of the whoever left here left in enough of a hurry where they were able to take their most important things but had to at least leave the rest?
Yeah, like, they weren't able to pack up their entire house, but they were able to take the stuff that they thought they would need on their trip.
Okay, so it's probably then that's almost like Laps is thinking that they all chose to leave. Like as a group, everyone decided to leave together, and well, of course you can't. If you're gonna leave in mass, you can't really take every single piece of your house, but you can take the essentials. So that's what he's guessing, but that could easily be wrong.
Only if you're a coward. You can take your whole house if you believe.
Why didn't you, Emma?
I don't know.
Dang.
Don't feel like suffering third-degree burns.
Valid.
Also, I live with spite in my heart.
But you guys clear out like 4-ish buildings in about an hour, and you realize that this goes on probably for still a decent amount of length. But you guys have cleared out, around this house that you kind of set up in.
Alrighty. Kronos, are you happy with this? Should we head back? It's getting rather late, according to the clock.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Alright. Did you find anything of worth? I wasn't looking as much as you. I was just keeping my
Not
keeping
really
my
in
ears
particular. It
open.
just seems to be a bunch of normal everyday objects.
Yeah, searching hasn't always been one of my strong suits, and even less so now. So
Oh, good. You didn't really miss much.
alrighty.
And with that, I think we'd head back to the house we're setting up in.
Yep, same.
Alrighty. You guys head back. And find everyone else. You guys kind of arrive back at the same thing. Ready to do as you please. What would you guys like to do now that you guys are grouped back up?
Shogi.
Did you all find anything?
I'm afraid not.
Nothing of importance. It seems like everyone left, but only took the absolute necessities.
I see. We didn't find anything of importance either. Except, I hold up the shogi board. This is
I'm
what it
finally
looks
able to
like.
get that match.
What's that?
This is a shogi board. This is
Oh.
the game that the Kappa like to play.
I may end up watching your game if you don't mind. I've never really played shogi before.
I would be happy to try and teach. Maybe the rules have, come back to me overnight.
When you play something, it would be, makes sense for it to come back as you play more.
I would hope so. But yes, no, it seems fully abandoned. I have a feeling that it would be pointless to check the other buildings in this town, unless they all have some kind of underground basement living situation. I don't know. This place doesn't seem very hospitable to life, and it seems like it's been abandoned for a long, long time. But let's turn in for the night.
I agree.
Now let's see if the tiny hut crew has vanished within the hour.
Dead. All of them gone.
No,
They're dead.
they're in the
Yeah.
tiny hut.
That means nothing.
They're
But-
skinwalkers.
You guys are
Skinwalker.
able to kind of get up and rest in this sort of area of the grounds of this city. And yeah, so would anyone like to take watches?
I will make sure to take the second watch because I believe that is the watch in which the tiny hut will go away.
Okay.
And so I can recast it.
All right. You got Emma taking seconds.
Laps will, as always, offer to take a watch, whatever it may be.
I'd probably offer to take watch just so I can play some shogi.
So I'm guessing you and Morai are taking first watch then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yo.
Okay, I'll take second watch then.
All right. So first watch. You guys are wanting to play shogi.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think it'd be good to try and be alert and aware, kind of what's going on.
Multitasking. Honest.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your perception checks for me.
Okay.
Oh, it fell.
That one.
Oh,
Very
no.
five.
You're into this game.
It's alright, I got my luck points, bro, if we need it. Alright. I'm gonna use a luck point.
Okay.
Ooh. 22.
22.
I got a 2 and then a 19. Thank you, luck.
Okay. You guys are playing shogi. Kronos, you're really getting into it, really trying to figure this out. And Mirai, you're paying good enough attention, though you don't have to pay too much, considering Kronos is new to the game, and you've played a little bit. And you're kind of keeping an ear out, Mirai, and you hear some footsteps outside of the building.
I immediately halt the game. I kind of move over to where the others are sleeping, and I'm going to shake awake the nearest person. I'm assuming that's probably like, I don't know, Sage. I'm going to have him wake up the others. Grab my sword and bring my lips to my mouth at
Okay.
Kronos.
Are you staying within the sphere?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you all get shook awake, but slowly coming to it. About this time as everyone's beginning to wake up. Mariah, you notice that the door, you hear some speaking at first in a language you do not understand.
Does it sound like guttural or like...
It's kind of like Uta Kutula Yakfuha
Okay.
Tufa.
Got you.
You don't understand
Got
it.
you.
And you kind of see the door kind of get pulled open.
Are there any chairs?
There are
Mhm.
no chairs in this room.
Is there anything I can use to block the door?
Are you going to go and block the door as it's being opened?
How close am I to the door?
You guys are probably further back. Would you put it further back, probably, from the
No,
door?
I would have blocked off the door. With
Blocked
the
off
tiny
the door.
hut.
Okay, interesting.
I would have done the exact thing that Mariah's attempting to do with the chair, just with an impenetrable magic dome.
Okay,
bet.
you know these are sliding doors, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
it would still be something that they couldn't
Yes.
immediately.
I'm gonna
through.
hide behind where the door would slide open. Like, I want to hide in that blind spot where if you'd open the door, you wouldn't be able to see me. And I
Okay,
want to
so-
hold.
Well,
my blade
first the door opens. This is happening before you can react and do much really.
Question: is everyone awake now? Is everyone?
You guys are
ready?
starting to. Let me get to
Okay,
the,
sorry.
what's.
He's like,
on
let
the
me do
public.
this.
No, it's fine. I know
That
you
guy
guys
cast
are nervous.
fireball in the party.
That's fine. So you notice the door opens, Mirai, and you notice that a figure is holding what appears to be a torch, and its face is much different. It's got red skin, large sort of teeth. Its face is long with long pointed ears. It's got these large sort of kind of horns that are reaching out to the top. You notice that there are two red eyes, and there's a third one that is open that is much different than the other two. Similar humanoid-like eye in the center of its forehead.
Cool.
It's wearing sort of simple armor, and it kind of opens the door to look inside. And it notices...
Can it see
as-
through the bubble?
It can't. No,
cannot.
it's opaque.
It's opaque. It opens the door and it begins to kind of walk in. but then it stopped.
By the bubble.
It looks confused. Would you like to do anything now? This is when you would probably like to do anything. And the
Is
rest
there
of
a back?
Does it
There-
look like they have a weapon on them?
Yes, you notice at the side that there appears to be a just a simple like katana-like blade. The rest of the party, you guys are sort of waking up now, though you haven't noticed what's going on.
We're still halfway, like.
You're groggy at this moment.
Is there a back exit? Is there a back door?
Back door, there is not from here.
Oh no. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to fight this. Either fight this thing or make peace.
I don't know
with
if it's inherently hostile.
Talk to it.
Yeah, we should probably try to talk to it. I'm going to just stand with my blade out, non-threateningly, within the bubble, so that if it dispels the bubble, it'll see me.
Okay.
But I wanna like put myself in between them and the party.
Okay. So you kind of do this, and everyone else is kind of shifting awake. And he sort of looks at it, like he kind of puts his hand forward and begins to push, and it's not moving. Looks confused, and then he kind of sort of like looks back over and sort of appears to be gesturing to some more people or
Quick
something
question,
else.
Zach.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be like, and then I do this, but do any of us understand what it is saying at this point?
You do not.
Okay. Cool.
And you notice that a few other of these similar creatures come over, and they kind of look, and they begin to talk. Oh, talk. Talk.
Okay.
And then they're kind of like push, and they're looking confused.
They're frustrated.
Yeah, and then another one kind of turns around, and then sort of gestures a little louder. And you
So-
notice that it seems like they're beckoning something else. And as you guys are sort of waiting and watching, because this bubble's 10 foot tall, right?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius bubble, so.
Yes.
After they gesture something larger, Adlo is also going to grab Emma and hold her action if the bubble goes down in any regard.
I cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yeah, if the bubble goes down, I want to. If someone starts to try to attack us, I want to lunge forward with my katana.
Question. Does
Yes.
it require a verbal?
Huh.
I think so, but I don't know.
No, it does.
Damn it.
Does. So would you cast it knowing that it's verbal?
I'm going to roll to see if I get the idea of what Mariah's going for. No, I would still cast it.
So cast it. Okay.
I rolled a 3. I'm very groggy.
Go ahead and roll me.
I literally put my lips to my mouth, dude.
Also,
I
also just woke up.
Fair.
Thing is, we're all-
Also, Emma's thinking of self-preservation right now, and Mage Armor is not a bad idea. Until you realize, uh-oh.
Do you think the Crimson Company, at least us who have taken the training, would have taught how to be very timid sleepers and wake up at a moment's notice?
I mean,
that
you
seems like
guys
something
would have
that's-
learned that through your
That's
experience
crazy.
out there,
Exactly.
though. But still,
What am I rolling?
Never met Karen.
stealth for me.
Stealth? Okay. Good roll. Come on. Hey. That's a 4.
Okay.
I
When
rolled it.
you sort of mutter the incantation, and you realize, oh, a little louder than I should have.
Shit.
And they kind of look at it. As they're excited, this other thing, they're beckoning towards something else, and they kind of look at it real quick. And then you notice they go for their blades and sort of are at the ready.
All right, whips a glance towards Emma.
I've cast Mage Armor. I'm okay now.
Yeah, they take a few steps back, and then you notice that within the range, you notice that a figure comes walking through. This figure is much larger.
Oh,
probably, the size of a 7 foot, maybe 9 foot human, probably.
Okay.
But instead of the reddish color of the other ones, you notice that he is blue.
Yo, it's a moblin. Guys.
In his horns, he has one set that sort of goes from like the forehead region, and it curves back all the way behind his head that you can't really see the rest. And you
Cool.
notice that there's a second that sort of curves back up. And you notice large teeth that are sort of protruding out of his mouth. He's dressed in more sort of like more heavier sort of armor, very similar to those of you that are familiar with it's not like full plate armor. He looks very similar to that of a Shugoki.
Nice.
Yeah.
And on his back, he's got this large club.
That
Elbow.
man's a demon.
Nice. You're
Yeah.
fighting a Shigoki.
So why don't they speak a demonic language?
Time to get our backs broken, everyone.
Wait, where's the image? Is
There's
there
an
an
What?
image.
Oh,
People
no,
just
I
know
just-
what
we
it is
did-
from For Honor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I'll put it in there for you.
he
Mark.
seems like everyone else is responding to him. Like he may be some sort of leader. And as they kind of come over, he sort of looks at them as they sort of back up with their swords drawn. And they say something, and he kind of looks at them and just sort of gives a large bellied laugh. And then
Boss,
comes
wait a
over
fuck,
to it.
That thing just talk.
And then he takes his large, so he kind of puts his hand out, to feel it. It's like, looks a little like, oh. And then he kind of like punches it real quick. And then he takes out his large like club and just swings really hard at it. And you notice the impact of this thing is very loud. It's like a large cracking sound. Though the club doesn't break because it is made from pure iron. But it just impacts, and you notice the impact of this swing is it could take off a head very easily. And it, the bubble stays.
Well, that's good at least.
But he seems annoyed at this moment. Would you like to do anything?
Are all of us combat ready now? Just
It's about time, yeah, you guys have all awoken.
Can I lean over to Kronos and whisper, should we announce our presence?
Not sure yet. The fact that it's already trying to barge in here doesn't really tell me it's in a talking mood.
Mariah,
Yeah,
make a perception check for me.
you got it. $18.
18. You swear out of the corner of your eye that you see sort of like a fox, maybe? Black one? That sort of jumps up and goes disappearing into like from your view. In the
Which
back.
direction?
It's from behind the door. Not like in the door, like, so where you guys are at the door, so if say the door's here,
Mhm.
it's like in the back here.
So it's not where the Onis are?
No, it's from the complete opposite way.
Okay. I want to gesture towards everyone and point the opposite direction. And I want to follow that fox as quietly as I can.
Yo, this was not a furry moment. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so you go ahead and follow where you saw that image.
Yeah.
also was this creature inside or outside the bubble?
It's outside.
Okay, just
Yeah, it's
gotta
like
make
back in the
sure.
building. Going to where it was, because this is still blocked, like this whole doorway is blocked by the bubble at the moment.
Quick question for you, Zach.
Yes.
How far away are these houses apart? Like, how big is the street again? Is it like
It's 15 feet wide,
15 feet wide? Okay.
with the houses being directly touching. And you do not know what's behind them, but based on what you got, that there was no back door to this place or any of the other houses. So, Mariah, as you're going back there, you notice that there appears to be a ladder heading up to what appears to be another floor.
A ladder. Centaur's Bane. Quincy, you're muted.
And you swear as you go over and look that you see the tip of a tail.
I just kind of sigh. Okay. And I want to just kind of get my front hooves like as high up the ladder as I can, and like try to peek up the ladder.
Question: is anybody following Mariah?
I am not.
Okay.
Lilith is
I-
Emma.
I would gesture for you guys, and she would have a look of confidence in her that is reassuring? ? It's up to you, but she looks very confident in what she's doing.
Yeah, no. Emma would gesture Lilith for you to go join, but she will not.
Wait, what is Mariah doing right now?
Mariah is following a fox. You don't know that there's a fox, but she sees a fox.
Where
and she's
is
following
it? Where is she following it to? Because
Up,
there's things in our front door. Upstairs?
up a ladder.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait, Mariah, ladders? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I
okay.
said. Centaur's
No,
Bane.
but I need to go up there. So
Okay. If Mariah gestures, Inako will go and help her get up the stairs.
Thanks.
Okay, so you guys are heading up the ladder.
Yeah. Do I see anything as I poke my head up there before I make my back half ascend?
You would probably be able to not reach over the lip of the thing. So you'd have to walk all the way up.
Okay, I'll go further up.
Okay. So you guys eventually make it up. It takes a couple minutes.
They're
While
still
this is-
banging on the bubble.
Right, this is going on. The rest of you that are watching these creatures, they're sort of speaking as the other one. You notice that one of them sort of let out a small chuckle as the one guy hit it, and it didn't budge. And you notice the big guy, the blue guy, looks around at this guy and just punches him in the gut. And then they start speaking. You notice the big guy is sort of getting pissed off, as you can probably tell. The language barrier, you can tell when someone's still pissed off. And you notice the rest of them are sort of like straightened up. You know, you guys are starting to get a feeling that the blue guy's in charge here. And this goes on for about 5-ish minutes as he's yelling at this guy and hits him a few more times.
No, so mean.
Kind of funny. I don't know. You had it coming.
Slapstick.
The rest of you that are heading up, I believe is it just Inako and Mariah?
Well, did they like motion for us to go over, or
Mariah did.
Mariah did.
Yeah.
Mariah motioned. I'm just not going.
Laps is probably going to kind of move over there, but if he notices that other people aren't going, he's probably going to try to be like, if the bubble were to go down.
It's okay for you to go. Like, I would be gesturing for you guys to follow.
I'm about to say the only person who seems to be willfully defying this is Emma, or Lilith, who's like looking at Emma like, this bad idea to split up.
I literally don't have a choice.
I'm aware.
Would Sage be? Well, the bubble.
Sage will go ahead and follow you.
Yeah.
Wait, is it outside the bubble?
Yes.
You two have both left the bubble now.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
the edge of the house. If you were
That's
to put
so
it, that
smart
leads
to put
upstairs.
it at the door. That's a
Thank
homie
you.
solid. Thank you.
Continue.
Can I look to Emma before I went up the ladder and tried to does it seem like Emma will come with us the minute she gets the chance to?
You would know from previous castings of the spell Tiny Hut that I am physically incapable of leaving the hut or else it gets dispelled. I cannot leave or this hut goes.
Oh damn. Okay. This is putting you in danger.
I am well aware.
I don't like that so much. I feel bad.
Nope, go ahead. I have my outs.
All
I
right.
would
Yeah.
say that's the main thing is Lilith's worried, but I can also echo us both out if
Yeah. You are wily, and I think you can escape if you need to. All right. Well. What do I see up the ladder, Zach?
What the heck is going on?
Well,
Something
who all is
broke.
following Mirai, just out of curiosity? I feel like we still haven't cleared that up.
Laps is going
I would
to
be.
Okay.
wait. He's gonna be. He's gonna wait with Emma, I think, just in case something bad goes down.
Emma would tell you to not.
How many people can come through the blood echo, Chris?
one
Just
others. Lilith can take
Laps-
herself and one other person.
Laps has a good movement and Misty Step.
Okay.
But if Emma insists, then Laps will follow. Will go upstairs instead. But he will keep Webble with you. So, if that means if anything bad happens, just Webble will see and Webble will tell Laps, essentially.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Or
Is the
that-
mist still like incredibly thick?
Out
not in
there,
the house.
there's none in the house.
But like when they opened the door, the mist was thick, so like theoretically escaping them might not be too hard if they can't see through it.
You notice that they are holding torches.
Wouldn't that decrease their visibility in mist?
Never said they were smart.
Yeah, cool.
Still my
Because I would
point.
just like to say, like earlier, I had cast light in the mist, and you said it didn't help that much. So
Exactly.
I'm
So
about to say. So we have the feeling that the mist is just as beneficial for us now as it's been for them sneaking up on.
hey, it's for you to make those assumptions.
Yes. That's why I'm just making sure that I'm making the correct assumption and they haven't like immediately missed or something weird like that. And I just missed that pickup. Okay.
But Mirai, as you go ahead and get up to the top of here, you notice that it's kind of a dark, dingy sort of attic-like area. But you notice at the back that there appears to be an open window that leads onto a roof.
Ah, very nice. Do I see the fox at all?
You do not.
Seems like that was the way out. Okay.
Emma, you
Cool.
notice that the rest of them, that they've finally done beating this guy,
yeah,
and that he's like, he turns back around and looks at it for a second. And then he sort of takes his hammer
Oh no.
and he goes ahead and slams it like at the edge, the other side from where the door would be to the
No.
other side of the building.
okay.
And it smashes a large portion of this wooden building.
Oh no.
With things going flying inside.
Okay.
Didn't completely clear it to go in yet.
Okay.
He's still got a couple swings to probably get all the way in to be able to move. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, fuck.
Gonna go ahead and start a timer.
Oh, can I go ahead and make some kind of marking in the ground with my blade? In Sylvan, I'm going to quickly write, or in Elvish, I'm going to quickly write window.
Okay.
And I'm going to motion for everyone to climb out the window with me.
All right.
Okay.
So everyone that followed Mirai has arrived up to the top now. and you see Mirai motions for you guys to go.
Okay.
Who is still down at the bottom?
Webble is down there.
Okay.
Lilith and Emma are, and they're kind of formulating a plan.
Webble is going to start making motion. Like Laps is going to communicate with Webble. Webble is going to start making motions, like pointing his nose upwards, kind of. He's doing something to try to notify you that they're leaving from up.
Okay.
Another strike. Looks like he could
Question,
probably have
do we
one more.
Do we see any of them from where we are at?
Not in the back, no.
Is it possible to run to the front and kind of get an eye on them?
You could probably. It would take a little bit of time.
All right, I will change it because Emma and Lilith been like kind of hushedly discussing plans. Whenever Emma says now, Lilith's gonna recall.
All right, he goes ahead and breaks through all the way.
I'm going to end the tiny hut and immediately cast polymorph on him.
Okay. What save is that?
That is a wisdom save.
Please work, please work, please work.
What is the save number?
14.
14. He goes ahead and saves.
Of course he does. They always do.
As your magical energy sort of goes towards him, he kind of gets hit by it and doesn't really pay attention to it. It seems like sort of like a nuisance. Like he looks at where it hit him, and then he begins to look over in your guys' direction.
All right.
Talking is a free action if you want to activate it.
Now.
Okay, well, it's gonna recall her echo.
Okay, he's charging at you guys as you guys are disappearing.
And Webble is gonna make like
Well,
a
we'll just
weasel
watch as
and
Lilith and
there.
Emma melt.
All right. While this has happened, happens in like
Quick succession.
5
This is-
seconds.
Yeah, barely a time.
Did you guys go out the window up top?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I'm following anyone. And also to clarify, Webble is downstairs, but he's schmoovin'. He's doing the Webble dance.
Oh, the little wormy weasel move.
Okay.
And he's gonna try to exit the building and just zoom.
Is he trying to go through the front door or out the ceiling?
He's not. He knows not to go out the ceiling.
So he's going out the front door.
If it doesn't look like it's being blocked, if it's being blocked,
There
he's just
are
gonna.
3 red guys out front of the front door, and there's a blue
Surprise
guy
round?
that is charging towards him.
Well, our
But
3
what are
guys-
the guys up top doing first? While Emma and Lilith are disappearing.
When we climb out onto the window, do I see anyone?
Out the back, no.
Okay. Does it look like these roofs just kind of form a pretty even walkway for us to run across?
To the sides, you notice that they appear to be connected right now. And out the back, it appears that there are also there's like a couple buildings that are close to you guys, but not exactly connected. They have like maybe a 2-foot gap between them.
Easy. I can do that in my sleep. Okay.
Please don't roll a 1 and regret that.
I don't need to roll to step over a gap 2 feet. All right. I'm gonna start.
Roll a
I'm
strength check to walk.
gonna start leading the group down the.
You going left,
Yeah.
right, or straight?
Mm,
Hurry up and choose.
I want to go. Wait. So wouldn't straight just be off the?
It would be to another building that's behind it. That it has a little bit of a gap between it.
Probably not a gap, because I don't know if all of us can make that jump comfortably.
How big is the gap?
Probably like 3-ish feet. They're pretty close together.
3 feet, I think could do.
I'm gonna go that way.
Go
And
straight. Out the window?
Yeah.
Okay. You move over to the other side of the street, to this other building, and you notice that it ends here.
Okay. Right.
Okay, you're gonna go right out from the window, so that means that you would be going towards where you came from. So you go ahead and go right, and then it ends after about 2 or 3 buildings.
Yeah, we should have seen that coming.
So is left the only way left to go?
Well, that's
Unless you wanna go
assuming
off.
that they don't really know where we are, but we either hide up on this building, or we go closer to the center of this place, wherever that may be.
I'm gonna look to the group. Is where are Lilith and Emma?
That you do not see them.
Okay.
We're gone.
Fuck
Bye.
What about
it,
what?
we are 60 feet in a direction that I'm not entirely sure of.
So, is anybody left there?
Webble.
No,
Webble.
just Webble. We'll go back to Webble now. So Webble would.
Oh, boy. I'm sorry.
So
Webble.
right now at the front door there
Batter
are
up.
3 Onis that you assume to be Onis or demonic-looking creatures,
We're calling them Oni, regardless of whether that's what they are or not. Let's be honest.
and a blue guy that is coming towards where Webble was or is basically.
Blueberry Shrek.
All right, so Webble is going to start moving.
Yes, which direction?
He's actively choosing not to go up just because he doesn't want to let the Onis know that up is an option.
All right.
And the walls are all fairly sturdy, correct?
They're wood.
What about the hole that the Oni made? Is there anybody blocking that in particular?
He's coming from that area, but there's nobody
Okay.
that Webble
So-
can see behind it.
So what Webble's going to do, he's going to wait until the Oni gets like 10 feet, and then once he gets that close, or once the Oni starts charging him and gets out of door, he's going to like jet to the right and go around and try to get through that exit.
All right, roll
'Cause-
initiative for me for Webble.
Webble initiative. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Dude, this is what D&D was made for.
Weasel-based
Weasel
combat. Let me get his. Where's the
I'm glad that
initiative?
you really listened to my result in the survey, Zach, when I said we needed more weasel combat.
Weasel-based combat's only my favorite kind of combat. I will not take any other kind.
I think it's just a +3.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh,
Alrighty.
Weasel. Wait,
What's
I-
his
I don't have
movement, by the way?
40.
40. Okay. So he goes ahead and dashes around, waits for the Oni to get within 10 feet, goes ahead and kind of wide circles it. He's around where the hole is at this point.
Bonus action, or not bonus action. Can he use his main action to also move?
Okay, so he is a mount, correct?
He can be used as a mount.
Yes. Let me pull up Feinstein.
What rules are you thinking about?
Hmm.
Because I know them fairly decently. He is intelligent. He has intelligence of at least 6, though, so he can understand my language. He can receive Cersei's mouth both in and out of combat, and has an instinctive bomb that allows you to fight seamlessly. Your mount, yeah. What are you thinking about in particular?
Just seeing if he's considered like a familiar or just an entire entity on himself.
Familiar or entity? I know that I summon a spirit that's in a form of something, or mine is a giant weasel. And if he dies when I cast a spell, I get the same one back. So.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Nowhere does it really say familiar, but I don't really know what the difference would be, because I always considered it its own entity, or its own separate thing, at least personally.
this is just find steed, right?
Yep.
So yeah, he would have his own action, but no bonus action, just an action, basically.
All right. So yeah, I'd have him action dash. He doesn't have anything to do with bonus
Okay.
actions because he's a giant weasel.
Let's
The
go.
only thing they can do is bite, hear well, and move. Also
Okay.
stealth pretty well. So once he gets to that door, he's gonna do a quick left-right check,
Mhm.
and go in the direction with the least amount of Oni.
Okay, that would be out of the city. He's heading in that direction.
Are any of the Oni following him?
They notice him, and you notice that there's some yells to, you're not sure what, but while he's moving, it appears that they might start. But so that ends his turn.
Yes.
Ooh, lucky, but still, that might still hit.
Oh boy.
Does a 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. He takes 12 points of piercing damage
Webble has 9 HP.
as an arrow comes through the mist and hits him in the rear.
Dang. Wait, through the mist, so did they have disadvantage on it?
It can be assumed.
Dang. Well,
That's why I said got lucky, because I might have rolled something else too.
double dang. Well, to them, Webble would just kind of like fizzle out almost.
Mhm.
Kind of, well, it's like a spirit who's lost their form.
Yes.
So they may see, if they go over and check, they wouldn't find anything. They would just see an arrow there.
Yes, correct. So you don't really know what goes on after that, after Webble disappears.
That is true.
But the rest of you guys, where are you going?
So we can't see anything about what is
10 feet.
happening.
No.
Are
You
we
guys are
off the map at
basically-
this point? Are we just
You
using
guys are
mind's eye?
basically, this was the edge, so you guys came out the back here.
Okay.
And you guys ran to this corner.
Okay. Has
That's where you're
Emma
at right
joined
now.
us?
But
Of
except
left
of this corner,
kind of.
it is over here basically. That's where it's at.
So it's like
Okay.
long. So it's like.
So we're like over here?
Yes, you're basically right there right now.
Okay, is Laps with us now?
Laps is with you. He has
He
been.
was never not with
Um,
you.
You do not
Okay.
see Emma or Lilith.
Okay. They will find us. Is there a house this way?
No. Not that you can see.
What about this direction? Did we go this direction already?
Which direction?
This direction?
This way, there appears to be houses that way, yes.
I want to move. You said it's a dead end this way, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to start moving this way.
Okay.
You're just moving, not schmoving.
I'm schmoving. I am.
Do you guys
schmoving.
follow?
Yes.
If anyone seems like they're going to lag behind, they can ride on my back.
Everyone's following Mariah along here. And Mariah, you continue going, making sure you're not missing anything. I need you guys all to make acrobatics checks for me.
Is this to jump from one to the next or just to not fall?
Just basically to not fall.
Alrighty.
Oh, rest in peace, Webble. He put a sad D in chat.
Whew.
Webble, no! I feel bad.
Yeah, so that's and Sage,
15.
I don't want to accidentally roll and kill Sage, so we're not going to worry about Sage.
Sage is pretty dexy. He'll
Yeah.
be fine.
So you
I got
guys
a 15.
stay up pretty well. You guys rolled pretty well and managed to not fall off of this like kind of clay sort of like rooftops. And eventually you guys keep running for a good, like, it seems like 10 minutes as you guys are keeping on, and you don't hear anything or notice anybody chasing behind you at this point. But eventually, after 10 minutes, you guys realize that in front of you, it stops.
What do you?
There's just in mist, like the ground is
Just
gone.
mist?
Directly in front of you. To
Seems
the
like
left-
there's no buildings. You mean?
To the left, there is a building over that you can see, and to the right, you notice that there's stuff as well.
What is this stuff?
Like
Stuff.
same ground, like not ground, but roof.
But in front of us
Okay.
is just mist.
Just mist, yes.
So,
You know, leaps of
Houses-
faith is the
houses
best way to do
this
D&D.
direction, mist this direction, houses this direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I like kick one of the shingles down?
Sure. You go ahead and kick one of them off. They fall for a little bit, and then you hear it. Not too long. Again, physics is not my friend. After a little bit, they hit the ground and break.
I'm gonna go to the right.
Go right. All right. You guys continue heading right. Just gonna mark this stuff down so I can remember stuff because brain. Okay. So you're continuing on that way. And you're moving until eventually you reach a point where to your left and in front of you there's mist, but to the right there is more roof.
So to the right there's more roof,
Yes,
but to the left there's mist as well.
yes, in front of you. And this is probably after like a good 4 minutes.
Okay. Man, we're really moving away. Do I see the fox at all?
Nope.
I look to the others. Do you want to go down?
I don't think they're following us right now. But I don't think staying here would further. Well, I don't think we gain much by staying here either.
Agreed, but we need to find Emma and
That is
Am
very
I-
true.
Lilith. Do we have any way to contact them?
Well, Webble was with them to do that, and according to what I felt from Webble, they kind of just disappeared.
So maybe Webble was killed.
I will
Webble
say,
was-
Webble saw them like melt into a puddle, basically.
Well, Webble was kind of in the frantic moment of they disappeared, gotta schmoove,
Yeah.
and then they schmooved.
Then they moved too hard.
Yeah, my contact with Webble was broken, so we can assume that he seemed like he almost got away. So I think he was most likely shot by something because he didn't think there was anyone directly on top of him before the connection was broken.
All right. Let's. We should leave the village. I think it's not safe here. We need to go to the. We need to go to the temple. I think, since we've all established that that's the safest place to go. You know. Start heading in that direction, perhaps. Maybe wait outside the city. Hopefully Emma and Lilith can find us.
All right. So are you guys? Which direction are you heading?
Guys, I say we just jump off. Like, we try to get down from here.
I'd agree on this.
Yeah, let's not take the very steep drop though. Probably the one that is.
Yeah,
I
I,
thought the
break
one-
my ankle.
Yeah, less steep drop, please.
That shit hurt.
Is there a less steep drop option?
From here, this fall has to be at least 10 feet down.
10 feet, 10 shmeet. That's like.
It's like a broken ankle.
Easy money.
I can jump 10 feet up. I think.
Is there any
think
way
at
to
10
get
feet
into
fall.
the house and just take the stairs?
Yeah,
down
is there
and then
a- is
walk
there
out
a-
the front?
Is there a house, like balcony entrance, roof
So-
entrance?
You guys realize now that you've kind of been running along, like, do you know those wall structures that have the shingles?
Oh yeah,
It's sort of like that. They're not actually houses at this point now.
damn. Then I want to jump over the side that seems to be on the opposite side of the buildings, and I want to get ready to catch people who
Okay.
want to jump down.
Right, you go ahead and jump off.
Yeah.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you impact the ground, falling if good at least 10, 15 feet before hitting the ground. Your legs buckle under the weight and the impact. You twist your ankle, one of your ankles a little bit, but you'll be fine. And then everyone else can come off as Mirai attempts to catch all of you. Mirai, just go ahead and make me a general dexterity check for me.
18.
18. You're able to catch everybody so they don't take any damage. But you guys are now on the ground next to what appears to be similar to like a wall.
Alrighty.
Do we
So we
hear
all-
any creatures?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Ooh, I'll do that with advantage because I can hear good. If that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. I did get a 20.
Okay.
Dang.
From this distance, you
I'm rolling
hear
hot today.
distant shouting from probably the direction you guys came from, but you're still a pretty decent ways away.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I guess I just want to head in the direction that I assume the temple is in,
Okay.
if possible.
So looking around, you guys kind of look around a little bit, and you notice you're kind of at a T. That makes sense. So if we'll take this, we'll just kind of do this. So where you guys are at, here, Mariah, I'm gonna move you, kind of like at a T. It's like in front of you. It's kind of like this. That makes sense. Like in front of you appears to be more houses, but it continues in on to the left and to your right.
Wait, hold on. There are more houses on the inside of this wall?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. Man, this is too big. Too big. So is this a house here?
Yeah, in front of you.
Hmm. I look to the group. What now?
Well, where do you think Emma and Lilith will end up?
Well, I think we're all kind of hoping to just get out of the city. I think that's the main goal. At least I hope they kind of have that same feeling.
I think going to wherever you think they will think is a good place to meet up is the smart decision now, and then we can go back if we need to.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Let's not delay then. What direction do you think is outside of the city?
Well, last time we just met at the crossroads, so... Or I guess we just ran to the crossroads and then it seemed to be safe, so maybe they'll think that that is a safe spot this time as well.
The crossroads?
Not the, like, crossroads all the way back there, but, like, the nearest crossroads.
Okay.
Or perhaps the bridge. Did we already cross the bridge? Am I stupid?
Yeah, you've crossed 2 bridges.
Okay. Wait, so one of them was the one with the thingies.
With the kappas, yes.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, the nearest crossroads is my suggestion.
I think that's a great idea. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and start heading in the direction that I think that would be in.
Choose behind you, left, or right. Because it is very confusing with the mist.
Right.
Okay. You begin to head right for a few minutes, and you come to a dead end.
This is my personal nightmare. A dead end. Okay, I'm gonna go back the way I came.
Okay.
What happens if we go right or left?
Okay, so you continue going that way. It continues on until eventually you arrive at what appears to be a straightforward, you can continue, or you can go right.
Straight.
Okay. Continue going straight. Continuing on. After about 10 minutes.
Do you still hear the yelling and stuff?
It's become more distant.
Okay.
Cool.
Eventually, you guys go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Could I do a
All of us?
hearing-based one?
This is actually sight-based, more or less, though it's hard to see. Yes, so just go ahead and make perception checks for me. With
All of
sight.
us?
With sight, yes.
Okay, I'm doing this with disadvantage. Got a 6.
R.I.P. Poor Labs.
Well, he's a hearing guy now. Just
19.
doesn't like seeing.
19.
No, he likes seeing. He just can't do it well.
Kronos?
Your girl's on fire, y'all. Oh.
4.
4. Okay.
Not having a good time, man.
Anako, what did you roll, Mariah, as well? I forget what you said.
I thought Mariah rolled
19?
19.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, so you two, Anako and Mariah, notice that to your left, as you guys are kind of walking, you notice through the mist, though you don't recognize it, it's like a splotch, that high up in the sky, kind of, not like way above you, but at an angle, that there are sort of like orangey yellow glowing off in the distance. And it seems distant, though not like really close.
Orange, yellow, glowing.
Can I point it out to Lack? And say,
I didn't see that.
What do you make
Sorry.
of these? Do they seem
Orange.
harmful?
Does Laps have any experience with orange, yellow, glowing?
I mean, all of you kind of have an idea of could be fire.
Do they sound like? Are they floating in this up in the sky? Do they sound like, or do they seem like will-o-wisps or something?
They look like splotches with the mist. They could be floating in the sky. You're not sure because you can't see them directly. It's just like little beads of experience, little beads of like reddish light that are shining through, but not like glaringly. It's still like if your windshield's fogged up and there's headlights coming at you, kind of experience.
All right. Are they making any shapes, or like are they moving in any
They just seem
specific pattern?
circular. They're not moving at all, just stationary.
Okay. In the sky. Okay. I don't know how to approach those things because I can't fly. But are they in a certain direction?
They
Why is Camp here?
they appear to be more of like a to your left, not directly 90-degree left, but more of like a 45-degree from if you're facing forward.
Can I
That pisses
smell
me.
any kind of smoke or burning?
Not from here. No, you don't smell any burning or smoke.
What if I was a fox?
Yeah, you made your perception checks.
I think we may want to check it out. We should be careful though. We don't want to inadvertently run into those demon things that we saw earlier.
Agreed. Should we approach them or should we ignore them?
I think
We also have.
if we could meet up with the other two first, I think that would be ideal. Otherwise, if we could go towards it to get some sort of inkling whether it's good or bad without getting too close, that would probably be our best bet.
I agree. One thing I was thinking is maybe it's far-fetched, but maybe the other two somehow, if they see it, maybe they'll go there, or maybe they set it off somehow. I'm not sure. But I think we should approach with caution and keep a distance for the most part. Just try to get it, like Anako said, try to get an idea of what it is.
I agree.
All right. So you guys are going to head towards that. Now we'll go over to the other two.
Oh boy.
You don't need to. We're totally fine, dude.
So you guys at the last moment see this large blue Oni charging at you with his large steel club. And before you sort of melt and come crawling out of a location, it's not where you put your echo down.
No, because we are much further from
These are
there.
much
Are you
further
trying
away.
to tell me that 9 hours of travel isn't 60 feet away? Because
Crazy.
I would disagree. That's how it feels
Um,
when I go down to the kitchen sometimes.
But you guys
Sorry.
sort of come out into like a field-like area
Okay.
with mist that is like maybe 25 around you.
Okay. We don't see any slight glow because they were holding torches. We don't see like the glow of any sort of torches or anything like that in a certain direction.
With your passive perception, you can see off in a direction. If you guys were to stand up and look towards it, that there is some off in the distance that way.
Okay. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself and Lilith, casting it at a 3rd level.
Okay. Roll stealth for me, for you guys.
We get advantage on that.
Oh boy. Let's hope I don't roll 2 natural ones.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I-
Natural 20!
Nice.
I didn't roll well though. 10.
Okay. You guys go ahead and turn invisible, and you kind of blend in with the mist pretty well.
Yeah, so here's the issue. We didn't really discuss where we were going.
I was gonna say, so let's
Okay.
kind of look at Emma.
The last thing we had discussed was going back to the crossroads to get to the temple, so that's just the direction Lilith and I head.
And I would be able to let Emma know the direction because we know where the torchlight's from.
Yes, exactly.
And it would be the direct opposite direction of those
We would
motherfuckers.
basically go off and find the like path, and then stand a couple feet off of the path, but make our way back to the crossroads for the most part.
All right. So
Isn't the crossroads like 9 hours away?
quick question for y'all's.
Yes.
So you've gone to 2 forks so far, correct?
Yes.
Yes. The first one, there was one that was leading to a village, and a sign that appeared to have those broken for a castle as well as a temple.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you guys traveled to the next crossroads with one that you appeared based on what you guys got from it. One was leading more south, while the other one was leading more of like a southeastern-ish kind of direction, but more eastern, with no signs there.
Right, and we assume this is the fork that would lead one direction to the castle and one direction to the temple, right?
Okay. Yes.
That's what we assume.
Yes.
Yes. Emma, go ahead, since you have a map. Make me an intelligence check for me.
Okay. Even though we're just following the path?
Just for now. Just go ahead and make
Okay.
a general intelligence check for me.
Totally fine. Yeet.
Could I assist in any way, or is this just an Emma?
This is
only
a
thing?
straight Emma thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Emma check.
11?
Okay. Based on map knowledge, the map that you've had for a long time and just sort of kept looking over it and thinking to yourself, if we were to head south, that would mean we're exiting the lands that was once known as Tokonoma.
No, we're heading. So we're heading away from.
Yes,
Okay.
at the crossroads.
Okay.
Why would there be a temple out of?
I see what you're saying.
It would make no sense if, why would they build a temple outside of their?
So the temple and the
Perfect.
castle are on this path.
You can
is-
assume so.
What I've assumed. Okay.
Yes, based on your ideas.
All right.
So where
Fuck.
would you have been?
I think what we're going to do then is I would basically just tell Lilith to just sort of stay here, and I'm going to keep an eye on like the general torchlight and wait for any sort of changes to it. And as soon as it sort of like seems to dim or any sort of thing, we're going to start making our way back into the town.
So you notice that from here that it seems to be spreading out, if that makes sense.
So they're searching for us. Gotcha.
You can get that assumption. And one is getting closer, while the rest of them are probably heading away from you.
Okay.
How long does this take?
It doesn't take very long. You have a
Okay.
feeling they act very quickly.
Okay. I was about to say, because if Lilith got bored, despite her better judgment, she was going to rile something in the dirt. But if this happens within like 5 minutes, she's not going to do that.
We will. Moving towards us. And you said it's sort of grassy here?
Yes, it's kind of like that same stuff that you can see in that previous image that I had up.
Right.
Similar landscape.
Gotcha.
You don't see any buildings from here at this vantage, anyways.
Alrighty. I'm going to do what I assumed the rest of the group did.
What?
Lead Lilith and I around, basically make a like wide arc towards what I assume is coming towards us to get to the side of one of the buildings.
Yeah, okay. So it's like from directionally, would you go right or left? Because it's kind of coming at you if it's moving, kind of directly at you, but slightly, if it makes sense, coming at you to the right. Like it's moving at you, but also kind of right, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why, but I'm assuming that the path is to the right, so we're gonna go to the left.
Okay.
Just my mind map tells me that the path is to the right. With no fucking...
You guys begin to head left, traveling, and after about a few feet, probably about 50-ish, 30, it's like 40, 50-ish feet, you guys arrive at the side of a building.
Alrighty. And now here's the part where my plan sort of falls a little flat. Because I can just walk up this wall. One of us cannot.
I can see how that would make your plan fall flat.
That's alright. How do you feel about climbing this? We're gonna be whispering this whole time, but I'm
Yeah.
afraid of whispering. And
You're
it won't
good.
Pick up my mic.
I'm not the best at it, but I can do it.
Here, what if we try this? And I'm going to sort of like... So, in lifeguard training, one thing that we learned how to do is when you're assisting someone who has a broken arm or in getting out of the pool, they can't hold on to the ladders. They have to cradle one of their arms, and you have to basically act as a safety net behind them.
Mhm.
That is essentially what I'm going to attempt to do to help Lilith climb this building to the roof.
All right. I need you to make me an athletics check.
Yeah.
To see
Does
if you
Lilith
can
have a broken arm?
assist. You do not have, Lilith does not have to make a check. It's just going to be you, since you're basically acting as the way to get up, basically, is the idea.
Yeah.
So wait, what's your acrobatics, just out of curiosity?
Mine,
Yeah.
+4.
Okay, ours is literally the same.
Yeah, it's just I can fucking walk up the wall, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I was
Oh.
just curious, because if yours was actually lower than mine, it makes more sense. Climb on, stop her from a fall, so it doesn't make too much noise. But if it's the same, it makes sense that this is kind of what we do.
Big money,
Wait,
no
does
whammy.
Lilith have a broken arm that they haven't told, or
No, it's
Patrick's
just-
yeah.
I'm just trying to be as quiet as possible, and I'm afraid if Lilith falls,
It's gonna make noise.
yes, that's what I'm
Regardless,
most
it's
worried
gonna make noise. But
about. And the alternative is casting Featherfall and revealing my position.
yeah,
That's a 14.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to help Lilith up,
Oh.
and
Okay.
you guys arrive at what appears to be a roof.
Okay.
we found a roof.
All
Let's
right. And but
go.
we're back to that like 10-foot radius mist then.
Correct.
Alrighty. Do we see any sort of glows around us at this point?
You notice that the one that was walking out has sort of stopped at a certain point and is just staying there.
Okay, so I assume he is around here. Do we see any further into the town at all? I'm trying to use it to sort of give myself bearings.
Hold on, sorry.
I assume we're on this building.
Can I just say I fucking hate this?
Yeah, so you can see kind of like there it continues directly in front of you guys as you guys came up.
Okay. Yeah,
And then
I am-
basically to your left, there's no more buildings. And to the right, there's no more buildings.
Okay, yeah. I am assuming we're on this far left building because that's the way I curved. So we are going to Assassin's Creed Metal Gear Solid our way
Continue
across
forward.
the roof, yeah, of the buildings forward.
Okay. You guys travel for a little bit. until eventually you guys reach a point where there is nothing in front of you, just mist.
Mhm.
Mist to your right, and a direction to your left.
What now?
So the left is the only path along the rooftops. I guess we're going that way.
Okay. You guys begin to travel that way until eventually, after a little bit, you notice that it's sort of like continues forward a little bit, but then it stops. There's nothing to your right, but no, it's to your right. There's nothing to your left, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I'm mazing myself right now.
Mhm.
So we'll head to the right.
Okay. This continues on for quite some time. This is probably the longest of the paths that continue straight forward.
Okay.
With there nothing being to your right at all, but you could go over to the left. You assume that there's probably another set of buildings over that way,
Okay.
but you're continuing forward, and this takes a good amount of time. And you guys kind of continue sticking on this path.
And trying to rationalize this in my head, we are essentially, if I, Patrick, have remembered this correctly, we are heading in this direction. I believe you're the only one who can see this.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
All right. The other group. You guys are
Yes.
heading towards the lights, correct?
Yeah, we were just gonna check it out, right?
Slowly
Yeah.
and stealthily.
Okay, go ahead and
Yeah.
roll stealth for me.
Let's go.
Since you guys are off the roofs.
Uh-oh.
Stealth, more like stealth.
Bell.
How did I know you were going to go for the
Get 'em.
bees?
The dice gods are blessing me today. I got a 19.
Okay. 12, 19, 9 with Kronos not being here, and Sage not being here either.
I imagine I'd be leading the pack.
Kronos said BRB, so.
Uh,
But you guys continue on stealthily enough. So you don't feel like you're absolutely hidden, but you're still moving forward. And you guys are heading towards these lights, so it was kind of in a left direction. So you guys kind of go forward a little bit until you notice that there is a break to the left. So you guys go ahead and follow that. As you guys are kind of heading left, you guys notice that there is other lights lower that are in front of you,
Okay.
and they are moving.
Oh. Do they seem to be like their torchlight?
Possibly. It's light that is moving.
is it in the street? Like,
It's at like face level, basically.
yeah, I'm gonna say,
Move away from it.
yeah, try to get just out of vision of it. Out of sight
So
of
you
it.
guys
that
are
type of
trying
thing.
to hide away from it.
Y'all, what if we're heading towards the castle? This is like everybody's here. Like all the bad guys.
Everyone's here, dude.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just making some things right.
Oh,
Hi.
welcome to the
Hello.
TPK group.
Welcome!
Okay, I ran
Yeah,
out
we're
of
about to
paper.
die. Okay.
What the hell did you guys get me into while I wasn't?
Well, okay, so here's
We
what
haven't
happened.
done anything.
We haven't done anything, but we're being chased by demons who
Kind of.
we're basically on a sneak mission right now, trying to avoid them, and we're in thick mist where we can only see 10 feet out from ourselves.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need you guys to take a pause to just explain to me what the frick is going on.
We're running.
Took
That's
a
it.
long rest, and then Shrek, who you can see in shitposts,
Yeah.
is there. came up to us and was like, I see you're in a dome, but I don't know what a dome is, except we couldn't understand a word he was saying, and also he had 3 guys that we also couldn't understand. And then, mad at our dome, he tried to attack our dome, but that didn't end up working because it's impenetrable. And so Mirai, being an anime protagonist, saw out of the corner of her eye a black fox go up into this area into
and I trust
level.
it.
Yes, and so one group of the party, basically everybody but Emma and Lilith, went in that direction to leave onto the roof of the building, while Emma and Lilith stayed in the tiny hut so it wouldn't go and disappear as soon as Emma walked out. And now we are all running on rooftops to try and stay out of the way of these guys. We think we're pretty much in the clear from those guys, except now the group that you're in, P, haha, funny. The group that you are a part of is investigating some lantern or like weird lights in the mist that are moving on their own, which is why I've deemed you the TPK group.
Yeah, part of me is like, maybe we should.
Did we stop running to investigate lights?
You guys are like really far away right now.
You're also like 40 feet away.
We got a good distance away from the bad guys.
Away.
This is true.
And these lights are just showing up, and we're not sure what exactly they are.
And you have no idea where Emma and Lilith went. The last thing Webble remembers is they fucking gone, mate.
Yeah, we melted into blood, and we're like, all right, good luck,
i.e., you left Webble and didn't give him any notice.
Sorry! What was
This is so sad. You left the man to die.
I didn't expect Webble to stay.
I explicitly said that Webble was staying.
I know, but
it's okay. I think Webble understands.
My plan was broken as soon as you said Webble was staying.
Webble's willing to do a homie solid. He wanted to help.
I will give Webble. Good. Webble is on my number 1 to apologize to. Hey, Lyndon, shut the fuck up. You also don't know how to talk.
Victory Royale.
Sheesh.
Yeah, for
Okay.
that's great.
So
how was the performance, by the way, Annika? Was it good?
It was very good.
Glad. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How many more performances do you have?
Just one tomorrow night.
Good luck.
Thank you.
But getting back to the good stuff.
Yes,
You're
sorry.
Roll definitely.
So you guys notice this light coming towards you guys. You guys feel reasonably hidden.
Okay.
How are you going to react?
Don't go towards it. Move away from it.
I think
try to
trying
listen
to figure out what it is without getting any closer or letting it see us, because it could be bad.
So right now you're in basically a straight corridor that only goes forward and back from the direction you came from or into the direction of the light.
How far away
the side,
can we see?
You can only see 10 feet around you. But to the side where you guys are kind of hugging a wall, you notice that there appears to be houses here. From the wall that you're hugging, you guys are kind of hugging like the right wall to kind of like go a little stealthily, staying out of the center of the road basically. And it is approaching you from what you can tell.
Like,
do we hear footsteps at all?
You hear light footsteps. It's not like big boots clomping, but something's probably moving.
All right. Oh, wait.
Is this light the same color as the other torches that we saw?
It appears to be similar, yes.
I think the lights higher up, now that I think about it, might just be the castle walls with torches. So I think we should just ditch the lights and move away.
At this point, you guys notice that whatever it is has entered within that 10-foot radius of you guys. And you guys now see it appears to be the same similar red-like figure, but walking in a straight line, kind of looking around.
Like a guard?
Possibly.
Can we move away from it?
You guys are hugging the wall right now, and as he's walking and passes through that 10-foot radius of you guys, doesn't appear that he notices you. He just continues to walk by.
He's a true gamer. He won't look up.
What was the stealth checks that we made?
They were pretty bad.
Did I make one?
No.
They weren't bad.
We've had you auto succeed so you wouldn't die when you're not here.
I appreciate that.
That just means it's more likely for us to TPK here.
So this
because
guy's
that's
just
really
a
nice.
dumbass, basically, right?
Okay, we're not going to start calling him names. Anyway, wait, because he passed within the 10-foot radius, did we get any other... Like, he's like the thingies we just left, right?
Yes, he looks very similar to many of the other ones, the red ones
small
that you saw.
ones. Those are the small ones. Okay, does he look like hostile? He looks the same amount of hostile as they do, right?
Yeah, I mean, they all look wicked.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
sure. Okay,
is this
great.
the maze runner?
Stop. That's so cursed.
Feels like it.
Okay.
Shit, you
Can
guys are gonna
we-
get out. It's just been a whole prank this whole time.
Stop!
No!
I don't want to think about that book.
By the way,
right now.
spoilers for the Maze Runner if you haven't watched it now.
This has been out for fucking 10 years.
I read that in middle school.
Exactly.
No, I was more
No,
just
you
saying it
spoiled
because
it.
you
was
guys were just like,
prank
oh, it's
the
all
whole
a prank.
time?
bro."
I've been holding off on the last 2 chapters of that book for 9 years. I was going to read
Oh
it
my
tomorrow.
Oh, sorry,
I was
Mark.
waiting.
That
Guess
sucks.
what,
I was
Mark?
on the
Hold
last.
that.
I was on the last 2 pages, guys. I hadn't
Mark,
gotten
he saw
it.
you
till-
actually. But yeah, so he passes by, seemingly looking around, but doesn't notice you.
Yo. Let's
Do I see
go.
the fox?
There's no fox, no.
Go back. I want to go back.
Yeah, I think we should leave. I think we should leave this area. I think that we're...
We need the other
Gotta go.
I'm stressed.
Got a blast.
It's fine.
I think,
you guys
yeah,
are
I
fine.
do
Keep
think.
going.
If you go back, you will be heading in the direction that this guy went.
No, I guess we gotta go forward then.
Wait, but
Does
he
anybody-
came from that area. What? Do we not think
It's
that that's a bad
fine,
idea
It's
to head?
fine. It's fine.
He's-
Are you
Okay.
sure?
Guys,
Nice.
he's probably a guard patrolling
Yeah.
Yeah, but patrolling what?
the town.
No, but I
Okay.
think he might be
Victory.
patrolling. I think he might be patrolling the castle. Is the thing.
Which
There's
would
a
imply-
castle?
We think
We think.
Haven't
We
seen
don't know.
anything.
somewhere around here there's a castle, but if
You guys
it's
have
too
been in
damn
a
misty-
maze. You guys have been in a maze of what looks like a city.
Zach decided he wanted to nerf us and make us not be able to see.
Zach decided to put us in a corn maze and then put a blindfold.
Zach's
Yeah.
like, wait a
Are we-
second.
are
You
we
all
on
weren't
the
supposed to have
rooftop,
dark
or-
vision.
No, you guys are on the ground right now. You guys got off the rooftop onto the ground now.
Can I ask why we did that?
Because that you guys came to a portion that was basically like it was like a winding way of like ground or continue on. It was a lot for them, I will say. It was kind of confusing, and I don't, kind of thing. But
You can't blame us for making the shitty decisions we made in the moment.
yes,
No, I'm not. I'm just
Which
trying
is-
to figure out what's going on, guys. I'm sorry.
no, you're
No,
good.
I get it. I'm just poking fun.
Which is D&D is making those decisions and being okay with it.
Nothing's okay in this campaign.
But
Everything
anyways,
is very scary.
where would you like to move?
Mark, I hope you have nightmares tonight. I hope you fucking close your eyes and wish that the nightmares would end.
Okay, so question.
Mhm.
Can I tell how loud me and Laps are being?
You
Let's
guys
go.
seem hidden for now. If this guy didn't notice you,
But I'm like a trained stealthy person. Can I tell that we're just kind of off right now?
I mean, you're not like invisible, but you're reasonably done.
Okay. Then let's go further in.
Okay.
Wait, can Anako roll insight on their stealth roll?
Stop making fun of me!
Bro, it's BM.
Too easy.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyways, you guys continue forward. And you're
Why am
continuing.
I making decisions? Who is letting me make decisions right now? Somebody else make decisions.
You guys
I don't
continue
wanna- I
forward.
don't wanna
No more
be responsible
decisions for
this
you,
stupid
Haley.
day.
And
I already got rid of one
eventually,
of my characters.
you guys
Come
are
on.
continuing on to this path, and it sort of winds a little bit. Like it begins to curve instead of just being straight. To kind of go a little bit to the right, like it's curving right. It's not like a major curve, but it's beginning to. Emma,
Oh, that's me.
you guys have been continuing on for some time. And you guys have reached a point of basically all four ways, except behind you, is mist.
Missed. Could I take? Is there like any sort of like pebble or rubble or any sort of thing on?
Yeah,
the,
you can go ahead and
just
take a
drop
piece
it
of the
off?
roof.
Yeah.
Yes.
As long wait, I'm not within like earshot of the fuckers, am I?
No, you've
Okay.
gone. You guys have gone far enough away.
Okay.
Like they are way back. You guys have been traveling for a good, probably almost hour at this point. Same for the other group. You guys have been traveling for quite some time. You guys are basically getting lost in this place, basically.
Okay.
It's a large, expansive, basically city. But it's not like the city you guys have lived
No,
in or been
You
to.
haven't. So
But
you've
you
just
go
been-
ahead and drop
just kinda
this
go-
off, I'm assuming, to see how far it goes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about 10 to 15 feet.
Okay. So, but not a never-ending pit of
No.
despair. Gotcha. I will. So we've been walking to a point where invisibility has worn off, correct?
Yes. It's
Okay.
like you guys are finally done as you guys kind of reach this point, basically.
Okay. I will try and assist Lilith. Dropping is a lot easier than climbing up, so I will sort of just stay at the top and allow Lilith to sort of like drop down as gracefully as possible.
Yeah, so
and then I will walk down.
yeah, you go ahead and help Lilith. Lilith, you only take 2 points of damage from falling from this distance. And you go ahead and walk down. And you guys are now at the ground.
You need to damage Lilith. Sorry.
I just like to imagine Emma's just like, all right, drop the baby.
But you guys come to the ground.
Okay.
And you guys come to the ground, and then after this time of kind of going around, you guys notice now that kind of towards your, kind of in front of you, but to the left slightly, there are lights, or kind of lights in the fog. Up elevated, though.
Okay.
Kind of in the sky.
I'm immediately at a problem. Because out of character, I am well aware that that is the direction towards our friends. In character, lanterns in the mist have never been good for us. I will point them out to Lilith.
We're gonna have to go there, aren't we?
I have a feeling. Hold on, I'm gonna roll something really quick. I'm rolling an insight check on the party that isn't here. Natural one. Fucking bitch. No, I'm not letting the dice decide my fate. Fuck you, dice.
Screw you, dice.
Sorry.
So you guys are now on the ground with this
yeah.
sort of in front of you.
I'm just gonna sort of look over to Lilith and just be like, a part of me has a feeling that even if we don't feel like going over there, there's likely some member of a party that did.
Yeah, I know. I fucking hate Mist.
Yeah, will this help you out a bit more? And I will cast invisibility on myself and Lilith once again.
Okay.
And you guys missed. No.
And you guys are gonna continue going on in the direction.
Yeah, we will start to head towards the lanterns, I assume, or the lights.
Lights. Okay. You continue going on for another about 15 minutes ish, 15 to 16 minutes. And about the same time, the rest of the group, you guys continue on for some time, at probably about the same time. Emma, and you have a high enough passive perception.
I got eyes.
Emma, you notice as you're walking forward, you guys reach sort of like you guys are traveling in one direction and it goes forward. But if you look back, there's kind of like this sharp turn that would lead to another direction, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like you guys are going this way, kind of, and then it's like this kind of, if that makes sense. You know, like there's a direction going this way, direction going this way. Okay. See what I wrote. And that's when you notice that there they are, poorly hidden, or moderately hidden. For you, it's very easy to spot these people.
Okay.
Your party members that you guys are missing.
I am going.
You were right about that, by the way.
I had a hunch, and in fear that I will startle some members of the party, I am actually just going to sort of stay a bit further away from them, and we are basically going to staying about 10 foot away. Yeah, we're going to play off of what they do.
Okay. Emma's gonna be like, maybe it's not a good idea because we will scare them and they will alert a guard.
Yeah, someone will just go, "Oh no!"
The rest of you guys have now entered into like this way that continues going on, or a sharp turn that's to the
stealth. I'm so sorry.
So, question.
Yes.
To the left.
Yeah.
That sharp turn to the left.
Yes.
Does that head towards those
So
lights?
for you guys, it's like this. See how I shifted it? You guys are coming from this direction. The lights are this way. You do not know what's this way. What would you guys like to do?
So the last person we saw with the light was one of those Shrek dudes, right?
Yes.
Why are you calling them Shrek dudes?
Yeah, that's what it was explained to me as. That's what it was explained to me as.
A red Shrek.
That's because Shigoki literally is Shrek, and no one will convince me otherwise.
From a green outfit.
Describing their language as like a rough, like yell type language, and they're just like speaking in like what accent does Shrek have? Yeah, Gaelic accent.
Oh, hello there!
What are you doing in my swamp?
Yeah. What are you doing in my abandoned Japanese
This is the fucking. This is the worst. This is the worst.
For reference, Annika, those guys are known as Shugoki. They're basically, they are, in theory, Japanese warriors that were essentially given the strength of a demon.
Okay.
Also, Oni from Dead by Daylight.
So, like, why the fuck are they trying to murder us?
Maybe because we are invading their city.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't here to do this when we got into the city. Does this place feel like corrupted, evil?
There isn't really a general feeling. Like, you don't get any sort of corrupt feelings from this place. It's been sort of a consistent feeling throughout this entire trip of just the mist is strange. but you're not sure exactly what's causing it.
So it's not magical, or we just don't know?
Yeah, you guys have ruled out that it is not magical.
Okay. So we don't know what's to the left, or we know the light to the left.
Correct.
Let's go towards the lights.
Are you
Okay.
sure?
Let's go.
No! Why am I making this decision?
Why is
don't think
Arca?
anybody's
Arca
really
really
sure.
has none of the information about this decision to make right now.
So we
I'm
saw
back
that
from-
these lights
yeah,
were
from-
confirmed Oni.
The ones that were moving on the ground.
Okay.
I do think there is merit to go trying to figure out what this is, considering no matter what our decision is, we're going to be in this city.
Okay.
I think right now our main concern is reconnecting with, excuse me, Emma and
Actually,
Lilith.
I think
Though, because it's always going to be dark and it's always going to be misty, when we go, there's not going to be a better time to go find them. I say the only better time is when we find Emma and Lilith, but we don't have any ways of really doing that because we have no idea where they are. They have no idea where we are.
What?
Well, we know exactly where you are.
So
Silently, Emma.
can
Let them know.
I say, all right, so as counterintuitive as this sounds, I feel like if we go towards the light, Emma and Lilith are gonna think we went there.
You missed the conversation where we literally one of them definitely went there.
now, why do you think that they would think that we went there? We are excellent strategists, Sage.
Right. Look me in the eye and say that one more time.
We are excellent strategists, Sage.
Fuck, I gotta roll Will not to laugh at that.
I will also roll.
Oh, I rolled really high.
I did too.
I like to imagine it's the scene from Monty Python, Life of Brian. You're the two guards just fucking holding the laughter.
Yeah.
It's essentially.
Oh, that's very good.
I'm not doubting your strategy prowess, Brian.
A small
but
smile creeps across the edges of her face.
I know how Lilith and Emma think.
Yes.
I think.
They do think we are not the smartest. Not you, but the rest of us.
I take offense to that.
Actually, not fair to say. I'm the only one who's died.
I stand corrected.
What? Voice coming out of the mist?
I personally am not smart, but I would consider myself fairly wise. Alright, well. I think what we should do is we should head towards the light, identify if it's a wall with a torch at the top, and then head in the exact opposite direction and get out of this city as fast as we can. We should not be here.
Great. I hate this place already.
It's bad. It's really bad. So I'm gonna sneak towards the higher up lights, being very cautious of swiveling my ears to see if there's any kind of walking sounds around me.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just. Okay, so you guys are going to head towards the lights, where the lights are coming from, so in that direction. Alright. You guys continue on, walking for a few minutes, probably closer to 15, until eventually you begin to notice that the lights are more or less becoming kind of shifting as you're walking forward. Instead of more towards your left, they're become more sort of like it's more directly on your left rather than at an angle. It's becoming more of like a 90 degree. Like you're getting closer.
So the light seems to be going higher up, moving higher up as we get closer.
Higher up as well as moving to be more like you guys are going towards it, if that makes sense.
So, is there a wall to our left here?
Yes.
What's it made out of?
I don't want to say it's like a stone, some sort of stone.
I would know things. I know things that Sage doesn't. Damn it.
So
Okay.
it's a wall.
It appears to be. That doesn't appear to be houses.
Okay.
All right, screw it. I'm gonna ask anyway. How is the stone cut, Zach?
Honestly,
Can we just say that Sage
listen,
took
Zach,
classes
listen,
in
Zach,
architecture?
she hasn't spent 4.5 years in college to not get to use this information. You better honor that.
Basically.
Okay, so it's smooth. It's not rough cut.
Okay. Does it seem like it's the foundation for something, or
No.
does it? Okay.
Eventually, walking more forward, you guys begin to see that there are also lights down this sort of corridor that you're walking down. And they are to your left, and they're more on face level, if that makes sense. You also notice now that you guys have reached a point of where you guys are probably like 10-ish feet away from this. And you notice that it appears that there are more of these things, demonic creatures, standing at what appears to be a gate.
I knew it.
But this continues on forward. This path does. Like it passes this area. You do also notice that it also at this area, it's like a four-way intersection basically. You guys are coming from, it's like I put here, with there being the gate, what appears to be gates here. Also, I would like to mention this whole time, as you guys are moving, you still hear that sort of rattling, clattering sound.
We've just heard this sound this whole time.
Correct.
By the way, Annika, if you're confused about that, do you know about the bones? I think it's
What?
bones. Do you know about the...
It's a Bones Day!
It's a bones day. Do you know about the rattling sound we've been hearing?
No.
We've been hearing constantly like this rattling sound. It sounds either like wood block chimes or like bones rattling together or something. But that sound has been omnipresent.
It's not magical, it's real.
You know, we heard sounds when the lightning boy came in, and now we're hearing sounds when the Shigoki men are here. Maybe sound is just like a ever-present warning to when things come near.
Hey, Zach.
Yes.
How climbable does this wall look?
Not very climbable. The
How
gates.
jumpable does this
The
wall look?
gates. The jumpable. You can't see the top. Through your vision. The gates here appear to be that of like, of nice, like hard wood gates that are currently closed with two individuals that are, what you can tell from this distance, you guys are like I said, 10 feet off in the distance, not holding torches. They're sort of affixed next to them on sconces, basically. They appear to be slacking.
Like they're not paying attention?
Correct.
Okay. How high up, if I had to guess, are the lights at the top of the wall?
The lights that you guys have been seeing this whole time, they're still in the distance, though they are closer for sure.
How many foot candles of distance away are they, Zach?
Foot candles.
Measurement of light.
A very weird measurement of light.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'd say probably like 7 stories tall.
Okay, about 70 feet. Got it.
Damn, that's like 70 foot candles. I don't actually know.
How many?
Chris.
How many shoe lighters of feet away
So it's-
are we?
How many football fields?
If I was to take,
Less than one, actually.
From
What?
this distance, it looks like 70. It could be greater if you got closer.
Yeah.
if I was to take a bunch of feet of different sizes and stack them on top of each other, how far away would
Can we not talk about feet?
But you guys see this, and you guys are basically at a 4-way.
I kind of vote we wait here for Emma and Lilith.
You think they would just come across us?
I think it's possible.
Behind your shoulder, you're gonna hear. I think it's also quite possible as well.
Oh, I turn around. Blade draws.
What can I say? I knew it.
It's okay. We're just, trying to keep things
How
covered.
long have you been following us?
How long have we been following them, Zach?
About 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes.
Oh my
We did
goodness.
hear you say that we assumed that you guys would walk towards the light, and we were, right?
Stage looks vindicated.
The tag holds true another day. So, I thought about the map for a bit, and the temple is also around here somewhere.
Map?
Well,
The map of the continent, I think.
yes, if we went down the other path, we would step outside of where I believe this entire area to be, so somewhere nearby has to be the temple, or something. What are we looking for exactly, Mirai? I know you're looking for this armor, but at the same time, was there any note that it would be a safe, there would be a sort of safe place or anything of the sort?
Zach, I was given an indication of where this was located. It was in a family home, right?
That's what you have an idea of, that it's where the family originated from, that, like, they buried the individual, and that it was probably kept at the family home because it's like you would pass armor usually on, between generations kind of thing.
And was
Rich
there,
family?
with this building that we've been walking by, was there any signage?
There has not been any signs, no.
Mhm.
Go ahead and make me a history check.
Two.
Okay, yeah.
No, wait, 5.
5.
Quite large.
I mean, castles where the king lives, probably, or an emperor. Probably if there's a castle, there's probably a city. But you remember in the stories, there wasn't mention of the emperor.
All right.
As you guys are standing here,
Yeah.
you guys feel kind of like a large draft, if that makes sense. It's kind of strange. But you notice as mist begins to sort of come with a velocity sort of towards you guys, and kind of blows over all of you, obscuring your vision for some time. And you notice that the lights kind of wave with it and dim. You have a feeling this came from the direction of the castle.
I'm so fucking done with mist.
So, Mirai, did you get the indication that the people in your story, rich people?
Yes.
Somehow I get a feeling that their house would be on the other side of the Hexagon wall.
You're cutting out a little bit, Annika. Is Annika cutting out for anyone else?
I just,
A
sorry.
little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So what I said was, somehow I get the feeling that this rich person's house is quite possibly on the other side of the Heavenly Garden wall.
It's causing mist to expel from it.
You think the mist is coming from there?
It
Emma.
seems to be, the mist.
Yeah.
You notice during this wave of mist that came through, there was a brief moment where the mist was kind of thin. And in
Okay.
that moment, you saw a large shape within the mist.
Question, Zach, is the shape familiar to Terror?
Is it giving us PTSD purely through its existence?
Not the same that you guys have seen.
Okay.
Is it similar enough to cause a PTSD breakdown?
It's
Is it
upwards.
dragon-like?
No,
Okay, cool. I'm just calling
looks
it
like
basic.
a human
A large human?
Very big
without
human.
any flesh or organs, like a skeleton. That is
Rattling noise.
to 100 feet tall.
Oh,
Yo,
What is it, Emma?
it's this yokai that's in the end credits of the hit anime series Ghost Stories. Oh no.
You do also notice that behind you, there's footsteps. And there's also footsteps coming from this direction. Come on, click for me. This way. So this way, and this way.
So we're sandwiched between this.
Shit, we gotta
It
move.
seems.
We gotta do something.
I think moving would be the best of options.
Time to move.
So it's coming from this way, not this way?
No, like this isn't here anymore. You guys moved past.
That's fair.
I'm just so confused as to the geography of this a little bit.
It's meant to be confusing.
Yes. So we are up near
You guys are here
we
right
up
now.
near-
Right here.
like near a gate, right?
Yes, gate's here.
Gates there. And that was also like the big line of boys.
You guys are
Okay.
here. You hear footsteps coming from this way, and footsteps coming from this direction, basically.
And
So
where do
they
we
are like
big skeleton?
and yeah, the big skeleton is this way or is it further behind us?
Yeah, so in the way of the lights, which is like over here.
Past the
So
gate.
do we have to
that
go
has
through
be
the gate?
guarding it.
Past the gates where the lights are presumably in the sky.
So and is there a way to go this way?
This way is where you hear footsteps, basically.
Okay, so we are here and we hear footsteps here.
And you said the guards weren't paying attention?
Yes. So right now, you guys came from this direction. There are footsteps coming from the direction you came, and this direction.
Okay.
So are they completely not paying attention?
You guys notice now that looks like they might be coming to attention and probably also hearing whatever's coming towards them.
Oh. I think